Just cause I love my nigga. I shed blood. Oh my nigga. Let a nigga holler. Where my nigga? All I wanna hear is right here, my nigga. Where nigga? Where? What's up? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me shut my door. Shut my door. Shut my door. Turn off the lights. Light a candle. No. Let me not even joke about that. Hey, what's up, Mary Jane though? Let me not even joke about lighting. Let me not light not one motherfucking candle. I'm on one. I swear to God. I'm on one. Man. Okay, so if this is your first time here, hello. How are you, darling? How are you? I am Sierra Queen Pen Clark, coming to you loud, live, and always in color, baby. So, if you in here being nosy, go on and like the video for me. I appreciate it. Gets me in the algorithm just for fuck's sake, because we still doing this for the free 99, you dig? And we're going to talk about that. And don't forget to subscribe. Turn on all your notifications. Share out to a hater or two, because when they see me, I disturb demons. You know what I mean? Demons be whoo. Soon my feet hit the floor. The devil be like, oh shit, she up. And of course, fire in the hole. Smoke them if you got them. All right. So I'm mid skincare, applying my serum, waiting it for it to dry. And I figure I come over here and do a little live and shit, talk to y'all. The first thing I want to talk about is monetization. As soon as I get my throat right, can I get my throat right? Sometimes you gotta you gotta swallow it hard and shit. It's like a little tickle in my throat. Who fucking with my throat chakra now? Lord, let me say what I gotta say, Jesus. There you go. Okay. All right. Well, she right. Stoner ASMR. Stoner ASMR like a motherfucker. Let me relight the shit. Oh my god. Okay. So, monetization, right? Mm. Monetization. Here's where I'm at with it. And thanks for the likes. Oh, they was liking it, Mary Jane. Look at them doing the damn thing. Hold on, let me mute and go blow my nose. Maybe that'd be smart. I swear I'm not getting sick. I swear I'm not. I could. I really could. Low key, I could be. All right, I'm back. My bad, y'all. Shit. I was up here choking and shit and cough-a-lacking. I don't even know what a half-a-lacking is, but I sure enough was doing it, right? All right. So I'm back at it now. I want to talk about monetization first. Okay. I've been doing some research and I like research. It's not like I spend every day, all day, um, trying to figure it out or whatever. It's easy to figure out. It ain't really nothing to figure out. It's just pushing buttons and put your information in for real. But I haven't done it yet. I haven't clicked that button yet, and here's why. I feel like when it comes to um money, right? Before you no matter how much it is, like I could monetize. I was telling Sassy earlier, I could monetize, right? And on what little views and clicks I do get, which I appreciate, I could get like $15, $70, It ain't gonna be like a crazy amount. It ain't like I'm gonna go from Sierra Queen Penn Clark to Mr. Beast, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be like that. But now where did I put my blunt? Oh. But I was thinking like any little bit helps, right? There's two sides to this thing. I'm thinking any little bit helps, right? Cause shit, everybody need a little extra bread, no matter where you are in the tax bracket, right? But then I'm like, well, I believe that once you're monetized, and we Googled it, once you're monetized, if somebody copyright strikes you, then they will have access to your information because that's a legal claim, right? And I think some people on YouTube would love to have my information so they can send a cease and desist, so they can sue, so they can call the law, so they can make my life hell, right? And I feel like, is it worth it? You know what I mean? Like, is it worth it? Like, do I like, in a way, I like anonymity. I like being able to come onto the internet and say whatever I want to say, whether it's a kiki, whether it's rumor, whether it's commentary, whether it's truth and people just don't like it. Whatever it is, right? I like doing that. But if I monetize and I'm using other people's content to commentate, if they don't like it, they have the right to file a copyright claim. You know what I mean? And now, since I'm not monetized, if it's really like no skin in the game, like they could copyright strike me right now. Not now, but unmonetized. But it's not going, they know there's no money in it. You know what I mean? And they know that it's not a legal thing because I'm not monetized. It's just free speech. But if I monetize and my information is logged into YouTube, which that's cool, then they have access to my address, my email, my full government name, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not too worried about that, but it is something to consider because, I mean, it's like it's kind of 50-50 right now in my brain because it's like, well, on one hand, I ain't no pussy, you know what I'm saying? I ain't no punk. Mama ain't raised no fool, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what? They got the address, they got my information, they want to, cease and desist and copyright claim and all this other shit. So what? Let them do it. Shit, mama ain't raised no punk. You know what I mean? What up, Sub Zero? Um, so that's one way I look at it. But then on the other way I look at it, I'm like, do I really need shit affecting my real life? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so the next step in my research is to calculate how many views I got on my channel and to calculate how much money that would be if I monetize. Not saying that it's all gonna come in one lump sum, but at the usual YouTube schedule, right? And go from there. So there's that. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm just money to me, my relationship with money is more spiritual. I see it as energy. You know what I'm saying? The energy gotta be right for me. I don't know about any other public figure or any other content creator, whether it's on YouTube or any other platform, but for me, I gotta think about it before I accept, before I go through with it. I can't let greed and temptation and new wigs I can buy and Tamur and Dollar Tree shopping spree. I can't let that, let's take Zion to the mall and get some Jordans. I can't let all that cloud my judgment into, and a lot of people rush into it. They rush into monetization. They do it because they're desperate and they're just like, well, fuck it, passive income, fuck it. But to me, it's like, it's a whole nother ball game. For me, it's spiritual. You know what I mean? I can't click that button out of greed, you know, because then I'll be manifesting the wrong energy for my channel and for myself. And I can't click that button on some um look what I did. I turned lemons into lemonade type shit. I can't do that either, just to prove something to somebody. I gotta really know, what I'm doing, and I gotta know my shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta know what I'm doing it for, and all the consequences and repercussions for what I've already done on the YouTube platform. And I think people automatically assume I'm trigger happy in a sense that as people thought I was going to get monetized at 500. They was like, "Oh, you can get monetized. You got 500." I'm like, I'm not ready for that yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is about my personality that gives greedy, but that ain't me. You know what I'm saying? If I was struggling like talking about, then y'all would see me get a better job. You know what I mean? Like you know what I'm saying? Like do something locally in my real life than YouTube, you know? So with that being said, I get you. It's a sucky thing about the world is money rules, and it does because we can't survive without it. Rock in a hard place gets a what is it? Rock in a hard place gets in a lot of people's heads. Glad you think more of it. Yeah. Yeah, I have to. I have to because I'm mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? Like I have a son to raise, and it's not always about raising him with money. It's about raising him with integrity and values, and so he can have a healthy relationship with money, a more healthy relationship with money than me. You know what I'm saying? If I want to manifest abundance and wealth and success, then I have to think like a boss, and a boss would consider all angles. So, with that being said, that's where I'm at with the monetization. It's not like I forgot. I'm just taking my time and learning everything I can before I just jump in it, you know? I'm not a hoe for the dollar bill, you know what I mean? Speaking of hoes, let's talk about it. Um, Here, I don't know why I have to keep iterating this. I really don't know why. I mean, I know why, but maybe it is odd or unladylike or uh untowards of a woman to be so open and honest about her sexual conquest to the world, right? And I get that. And just like Kevin Hart says, let me explain. Okay? Let me explain. My father passed away when I was 19. And all conversations when it came to sexual relationships between men and women that a father would have with their daughter, I didn't get to have with my father, right? I had all those conversations as time goes on, as situations happen with my mother. You know what I mean? And then from my mother's, perspective, I took into account her perspective and I took into account my own opinions and thoughts, right? So, with that foundation, I also have been in relationships with what's the word? How can I say this? With some smooth motherfuckers, right? So, the second man I ever was with in life, not my son's father, was a black man, right? And we'll call him Diesel for the story, okay? Just to have a little anonymity. Mm. Diesel and I had a very sensuous, very we was hunching like rabbits. You know what I mean? Like days would go by. Like we would be in there hunching for like 14 hours. And I was like, what, 20, 19, 20? Yeah, 19, 20. Okay. And his perspective on sexuality and sex and women is different. He come from a well, he's come from the country, but he has a very street ideology, right? So I grew up with that. I mean, for God's sakes, hanging out with him, hanging out with Diesel, is how I got my name, the Queen Pin, because I was always surrounded by dudes. There was no other woman in the house. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's because I was on the music scene. I was making beats. I was, producing tracks for local rappers. You know what I'm saying? So everything I was involved in before I was a mother was male centered, right? So my ideology when it comes to relationships and when it comes to sex and when it comes to men and women's interactions and how I think of things is different than say the average woman, right? Okay. Not only that, but I was 8 years old listening to DMX. Like, come on. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's different for me, right? Now, with that being said, I want to speak on my community post because every time I have to reiterate some shit for people to grasp it. Okay, listen close, and while you listening to the tea, go ahead and like the video. All right. Now I'm not mad at nobody. I'm not mad at nobody. Um, when I got up this morning, I'd already planned on making biscuits and gravy. I planned that when I went to the store and got the biscuits and gravy. I knew I was going to make a stupid ass, funny ass, jokey trolling post like, "Oh, too bad Ernie Shell's not don't have his freedom because I'm gonna make some biscuits and gravy." Like kind of like in homage, like not that he's dead, but like, "Oh, sucks for Ernie," just trolling. And it just so happens the same morning I decided to troll Ernie from inside the bars, right? And Ernie don't give a fuck if I troll him or not. He don't care less. He don't even be checking for me like that. It's not even like that, right? So just so happens, as I'm making the biscuits and gravy, I see Benny posts a video. And I'm like, shit, this is an update on Ernie. I said, we might as well listen to the update since we're making biscuits and gravy. It just seems so serendipitous to me, right? So after I got through cooking, I took my pictures, made the post, moved on with life, and went about my day. Well, lo and behold, we had Stiggy had a problem. Stiggy, I don't know. Now I'm gonna say some things that I normally would hold back on, but I don't really give a fuck that much, so I'm not gonna hold back. Okay, so here we go. Stiggy, Stiggy is she needs attention, right? I don't know if her and Team Rose are on the outs again. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on in Stiggy's world, because Stiggy will blow up my inbox with information, and I appreciate it. I asked for it, so I don't complain about it. But she'll blow my shit up, and I'll check it when I can get to it, right? So when Stiggy hits up my comment section on my community post, she says something to the effect of, Ernie, blah, 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 infected, don't let him infect you, whatever, whatever, whatever. And I'm going to say this one more time. And I hope for the rest of the time I don't have to say it no more. I don't judge people on what is in their blood. Okay? I used to work at a rapid test free clinic. Okay? And because of my LGB community connections, they would send me and some other people to the gay clubs to test people, right? Not only that, but I volunteered in the free clinic too. So, in my perspective, I don't feel like it's my place to judge anybody, right? I'm not God. If Ernie has HIV, that's on Ernie to take care of himself. It is not my business, and I'm not the judge or jury. See what I did there? I'm not the judge or jury to judge Ernie for what he got in his blood. I don't do that. I don't make jokes about it. I don't do double entendres or oxymorons or whatever and say the word infected when I know damn well he has HIV. That's not cool with me. It might be cool for other people to say that. They might not have a problem with it. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm neutral on the Ernie shit. You know what I'm saying? I laugh my ass off at Benny Keys' videos and takes and play on words. And every time he goes, oh, bad choice of words, I'm cracking up. I love it. Because Benny got a very intelligent way of trolling Ernie and, doing his thing, which I get it. I would too. All that Ernie said about Benny and Benny's family members and shit, I would too. I would feel the same way too. But I don't have that same experience with Ernie. Okay? That's just what it is. I ain't got no beef with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't tried to cancel him on getting his life together. I ain't tried to, let's put this, I ain't never tried to fucking talk to Ernie like that or nothing. The shit is surface level with Ernie. Matter of fact, that whole shit with Crack 40 and the picture I sent Ernie sent me a shirtless picture, and I was like, here we go with my background. This shit might have not have been ladylike But I did it in such a split moment, thinking like, oh shit, is this show and tell? You showing me yours? All right, fuck it. Show me mine. I'll show you yours. You know, shit. Show and tell, nigga. All right, cool. What's good? Like, what are we doing? Like, you want to get on the phone and breathe hard with me or something? Like, what are we doing? Like, I have a very masculine way of thinking. Okay. I have a very masculine driven jokey joke thing. I don't when I make jokes like that, and someone that I'm not attracted to sends me a shirtless picture, and then I send one back covering up my pussy lips and my cute ass nail job is on there, and you can't see nothing but, you know, my tan lines in my bikini. I mean, when I do, it's such a split thing. I don't never think about how other women are going to perceive me. That's not why I do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't never, when I make jokes, I don't never make jokes like, oh, I wonder how, you know, these women over here are gonna think about me, or what they're gonna say, or how this is gonna look to some ex-lover I have on YouTube or whatever the fuck. Like, I don't never think that way. And another thing too, yeah, I do talk about my situation with Dolly Vision. Cool. And I talk about other conquests and lovers I've had and stories and all the things, right? But I don't see that as being unladylike. And I also don't see that as being slutty. Now, on a private note, me and Stiggy have been in conversations. We've been in conversations to where Stiggy has told me, like, oh, Sierra, the next time, you know, you hook up with a guy, you know, don't tell the world that you did that. Keep it to yourself. Like, don't, because if you say that, then people are going to think you're a slut. And I know you're not a slut, but, you know, but just, you know, don't do, lady. I don't know you from Adam. I don't give a fuck what you think about what I have gone through in my real life, whether it's with a woman or a man. I don't give a fuck. If I'm not into bestiality, but damn, if I had sex with a goat, I'd probably tell that story too. I don't give a damn what you think about it or how it looks. That's not why I'm telling the story. I'm telling the story so that maybe, just maybe, some younger person that's like 20, 22, you know, some young adult that's going through a similar situation can listen to my lives, listen to the things on my channel and go, oh, well, Sierra been through that. You know what? I can see how this is going to be kind of similar. Let me go ahead and move this way so I can avoid the bullshit. Simple. Very simple. It's no other reason than that than to be an example. You know? And if not to be an example of what not to do, I can at least, you know, it can at least be an account of the things I've been through in life, the stories, my personality, you know what I'm saying? My cadence, the way I talk, my intelligence, my mind. At least that can be on record for, you know, generations after me. Like when Zion's kids are on YouTube and they be like, remember great grandma, she had a YouTube channel. Let's watch and see what she was like. And then boom, there you go. You know what I'm saying? If nothing else. Because I promise you, I couldn't be myself on this platform or any platform if I couldn't joke and tell the stories and make fun of. And I would do it anyway, even if people didn't want me to do it. I would do it anyway, you know? So um I read Stiggy's response, and I thought, the first thing I thought, I was like, is anything ever Stiggy's fault? Is Sticky ever wrong about anything? Is she? Can Sticky take accountability for saying things the wrong way, or not thinking before she's speaking, or um leaving out her personal criticism that's not a reflection on me because it's personal criticism. You're going to criticize me for your personal thoughts on an ideology or a perspective that's not mine. That's crazy. That's why I titled this live, you know, pick one, you know? Do you want me to be a nun or do you want me to be a lady of the night? I'm neither, but it's crazy. I was on the phone with Sassy, and Sassy was like, I don't get it. Just because you tell everybody about the stuff you've done and who you've done, and you're very sexual and open and comfortable in your own skin, doesn't mean you want to fuck everything walking. Doesn't mean you want to lick on everything. And I'm like, exactly. I mean, shit, let's be honest. I mean, that was a double entendre. Let's be honest. Okay. Um, let's be honest. If I wanted to lick on everything and touch on everything and fuck on everything, when Stiggy told me about somebody accusing her of buying vagina pictures, shit, I got something preloaded in my photos, in my Google photos. Shit, I got a gang of naked pictures in my Google photos. I could have just sent her something for free if I was that desperate. So fuck about on my face with the infected, and then she's like, "No, I didn't mean it like that. I meant it like he's the evil man. He's going to affect you with his lies." What would make you think, Stiggy, that I would be so gullible into believe Ernie's lies? Like, are you serious right now? Do you really think I'm that dense to where Ernie could come and tell me some shit and I'd believe it? Then you don't know me. Then you just stop right there. We don't got nothing else to talk about. Because if you think I'm that dumb, then you obviously ain't been paying attention. Okay? Because I ain't never believed anything Ernie said. You can go back to previous lives and you can see where I'm literally saying I don't know why people believe what Ernie say. I mean, let's be honest. I'm friends with PCT. PCT believes every fucking thing Ernie says. No shade, PCT, but she believes every fucking thing. Ernie skip tracing, and he worked with the president and secret ops and all kinds of. Do I try to convince PCT that he's full of shit? No. Well, okay, okay. I don't, whatever, I just kind of brush it off like, yeah, he probably know a little something, he probably, whatever. I don't try to talk shit about people behind their back because I'm cool with Ernie. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna talk shit and try to unconvince PCT that he's a piece of shit. That's for her to see, right? That's not for me to let her know. She grown. She can figure it out if he a piece of shit or not. Shit, we'll all figure it out in time. Shit. I mean, he's smearing shit on the walls. Like, I mean, come on, whatever. You know, he was shacked up with a dude named Chris that wears better lingerie than I ever. I don't even own lingerie that look like that. I own like some really cute boxers and shit. Like, Jesus Christ. It's just like, just because people, I guess because people see I'm cool with Ernie. Why? Okay, so what is it? Like, okay, and the whole internet don't like Ernie Shell. So Sierra gotta hate him too. Sierra gotta throw shade at him and fucking pick on him and call him infected and say how he's homophobically gay or whatever the fuck Benny was saying. Like, I gotta play that shit too? No. No. I got my own mind and I got my own way of thinking. I don't need the internet to tell me shit. Ernie Shell has never lied to me. You want to know why? Because I ain't never talked to Ernie Shell long enough for him to lie to me about anything. Ernie is very surface level with me. Hey, how you doing? Oh, I'm good, Ernie. How you doing? All right, cool. That's it. The only conversation I've ever had with Ernie when he was on the run and he asked to stay with me when I was at my old apartment. That's it. I said, I don't know. I'll think about it. And then I was like, what the fuck? I don't know Ernie from Adam. And he wanna come over here and stay with me? Like, he don't know me. I could be a serial killer or something. I mean, that's just the way I think, you know? So just because I'm in, like I've said this before, I be in when Ernie Shell would go live before he got locked up. I'd be in Ernie Shell's chat. Mainly at one point I was in there just to support PCT because she was going up on panel. So I was in there, but then, that went to the wayside and I still would come in there because, Margaret from the 606 was in there and maybe a Mama T or somebody, Tiger Mama or somebody, they would be in there. And I'd be like, shit, I know a few of these people. Let me hop in here. And I'd be in there just shooting the shit, listening to whatever the fuck Ernie is talking about, right? And I would say some wild shit like, Ernie, are you gonna come over and get some biscuits and gravy? Or Ernie, I just finished making your biscuits and gravy. Ain't even in the kitchen, child. Ain't just lying. I'd be in Ernie's chat just a fibbing and flirting and saying some shit. I don't even know what I said. I probably said some crazy shit to Ernie. Just because I know women go crazy. These women go crazy over Ernie Shell. And I like to see them squirm in the chat because as soon as I say something remotely flirtatious with Ernie and Ernie respond to it, oh shit. Oh my God. I imagine on the back end when Ernie was free and not locked up, I imagine some of those women would come to Ernie and be like, oh, so you over there talking to that black bitch Sierra? I didn't know you was a Nick lover. Ernie got some country ass people that follow him. You know what I mean? So I already know what's been talked on the back end. I just don't care. I just don't care. I'll fuck with Ernie I'll flirt with him just to give him problems. Like, people take me so literal. Like, they don't, like, everything is so literal. Like, people think because I say it in a chat or that I type it or because I don't have no problem with someone or because I mentioned Ernie Shell in a community post that I want to fuck some Ernie Shell. Like, when has that ever been a thing? Never, ever. I mean, I don't give a fuck with Crack 40. Crack 40 is in the same fucking category. I never. Here's some tea, right? Back in the day, when I was hanging out over at Crack 40 TV, I had got on a video call with him and Murder, like twice, maybe 3 times. And they was on some freak shit. Like, they was up in DC and watching the people from the insurrection come out of jail and shit. And they on the back end, they was video chatting me, but they were like, oh, well, I was looking cute, what I'm saying? I was looking cute when I woke up like this, I was looking cute and I was all proportionate into the little box of the video chat, right? And Murder and Crack 40 TV and Brad, they was like, trying to get me to do something on the video chat. And I'm just like, no. So you can screenshot it and expose my ass on the tube? No, I'm good. I'm already in the fucking Dollar Vision spank bank. I mean, if you keep making the same mistake over and over again, that's insanity. I'm not insane. I learned my lesson. I'm not gonna ever do that shit again. Shit, the motherfuckers I talk to that are not on YouTube and that know me in real life, that I have sexual feelings for, they barely get pictures now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so no, say it's the same category. Let's just from now on, let's just assume Dolly Vision is just lucky. He's lucky I wasn't, you know, wise to the game. He's lucky I was just, young, dumb, and full of he just lucky because you couldn't do that now. You couldn't do that. I would just be like, no. Now I was nice to Crack 40 and Murder when they was on the video chat. I didn't be like no and hang up and block them. I smiled and I was like, no, thank you. I don't want to do that. No, thank you. No, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. So it's just amazing. Like, I guess people would assume, and shit, as far as I know, motherfuckers probably tell them the opposite. But I don't give a fuck because, I mean, shit, I guess any publicity is good publicity, I guess. But they would have to chat GBT or Photoshop some shit. Okay, I'm gonna look at y'all comments. I'm gonna stop ignoring y'all. Okay. I'll be a YouTuber. Okay. I got it. Because sometimes y'all be saying some good shit in here, and I like to read it. Yeah, I get you. Sticky says, okay, I read that one. I don't think we can infect each other over the internet, girl. Right? That part. It's crazy. Like, I might as well made a community post and was like, Magic Johnson, it's too bad he's nowhere near me. I'm making biscuits and gravy. And then, I mean, would Sticky would have come in the comments and been like, don't let Magic Johnson infect you. I just don't judge people like that. I don't judge people like that. I don't make jokes like that. And I don't backpedal on the fucking shit I say. Like, take accountability. Wrong choice of words. You shouldn't have said it. And just so you know, Stiggy, I archived your message, so I don't see any of the shit you're saying. Here's my thoughts. If you gave a fuck, here's my thoughts. If you don't, have a good one. I'll talk to you at another later date. Man, see, that's why I appreciate you so much, Sierra. I don't want to judge people either. Who knows where somebody comes from? Who the hell are we to really judge? Yeah, man, like I I've been through so much, like I can't judge. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't judge. And I've seen people with HIV on death's door that can't afford their medication to survive another 3 months or whatever. So, like, I don't judge people going through that because, I just been blessed that I haven't had to go through that. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody comes to this life and say, oh, let me stand in the diabetic line. Let me go ahead and stand in the HIV line. Let me stand in the high blood pressure line. Oh, shit, look, the obese line. Let me stand in that line so I can get that while I'm here on earth. Like, nobody volunteers for these diseases, ailments, or illnesses. It just is what it is. Either we contract it or we accumulate it along the way, and for the unlucky people that have to deal with those things, I feel for them. I feel for them, and I don't think they should be ridiculed because of it. Uh-oh, I said something. Mary Jane Doe face palming. I said something. It doesn't matter whether he has it or not. It's not our business. Right. It's really not. I mean, I never cared. People would tell me that. Like, people would tell me that um when I'd be like, "Oh my god, Ernie Shell inbox me," or because I'd freak out because I'd feel like a YouTuber. I was like, "Oh shit, other YouTubers are inboxing me." I get all nerdy about it, and people would tell me, "Oh, I heard he got the HIV." And I'm just like, and like, like I mean, I don't know. That's just a sad thing to think because it's like, damn, like, so one of your, according to statistics, if you got 10 friends, then at least one of your friends got HIV. So that means you ain't gonna hang out with one of your friends? Nah, man. I'm right. I'm here to tell you if anybody, my friend, and whether you got diabetes, HIV, I don't care if you got, COVID. I don't care what it is. It's okay. Like don't feel like you gotta hide that or don't feel like I'm gonna treat you different, like you're a leper or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't dig that. Don't get me wrong. To a certain point, we have to judge others to a certain point, just so we know to have or have not have someone in our lives. It's essential, but not in the way where we generalize a whole people. Right. Right. Yeah, and I guess, I do judge people, but I judge people based on their character and how they carry themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like some people can't, I don't know, like if it's somebody that they don't like that I refer to or that I quote or make a comment on, then now they judging me because I ain't got a problem. You know what I mean? I don't work like that. Like I judge people based on your character. Like if you gonna get mad because I mentioned Ernie Shell in a community post and you gonna have something slick to say, then guess what? You not my peoples. You ain't got the character for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like people who can get when I'm joking and get when I'm serious and understand that. And if they say something wrong, take accountability. Say I'm sorry and move the fuck on. And sometimes if you have different people having a problem with you, like a lot of people in the YouTube community, not just true crime, but a lot of people in the YouTube community and on Messenger and, you know, with the Team Rose and the Lionel and all those people are having problems with Stiggy. And I think there comes a time, and people have brought those problems to me, and Stiggy has told me personally about her problems with other people. But at some point, you got to look in the mirror and be like, is it me? Because it might be you. If you're pissing Team Rose off and Raider Rich don't want to be in a chat with you and this person is that and you know then it might be you. It might be you. You might need to take a look at yourself. I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Oh yeah. I'm asking if he'll change his ways. Okay? I mean, shit, I mean, look at the whole world. We judged Michael Jackson for years and years and years, saying he smelled like kids and shit. And the whole time he was saving kids. So you gotta be careful. Yeah, Ernie be telling tall tales. Ernie Ernie will be like, yeah, I was in a helicopter with Steven Seagal, and then the helicopter I dropped out of the helicopter onto the lawn of the White House, and then I got into the tunnels, and somehow the tunnels ended up, where the Playboy Mansion used to be, and then the cartel picked me up, so I had to army crawl to the border and and then I skip traced my way, back to Harlan, and now I'm over here somewhere. Ernie be telling some whoppers, boy. But I think he does that because he's trying to sound like the man, like he's trying to sound like an alpha, And what did Benny say? It's like he's being overly masculine to hide his internal um homophobia. And I thought that was so intelligent. Like I be learning stuff listening to Benny Keys. Like I be getting my notepad out. Like, oh yes, Benny, that is a good one. You tell him. Benny be taking me to school. Okay. Yeah, not our monkeys, not our servers. Uh-oh, wow. These women are out here. These women be something else, child. These women be something else. Yes, I've been judged for being nice to people. Like, what? Girl, yes, I know. Girl, I know. Girl, yes. It's judgment all the way around. Like you can't win for losing. Like if you're judged for being nice and then you're judged for being mean, you might as well be somewhere in the middle so people can leave you the fuck alone. Or just pick one and ignore the rest, you know? And normally I would ignore a comment like that, but I just I thought Sticky knew me better than that. I thought she got my jokes better than that. You know what I'm saying? And she knew she fucked up too, because as soon as she made that um comment, I hit her up in Messenger, and then she done already sent me probably like 2 or 3 voice messages by now, and I ain't gonna check that until way the fuck after I cool off. I ain't gonna check. So if you rah in the thing, Steve, you better take your blood pressure medicine and chill the fuck down because I'm I'll just block you. You know, I don't need no type of bullshit or drama. You took what I said the wrong way. You took the community post the wrong way. You try to make a slick joke, you know. I don't think Ernie Shell is an evil person. I just think he is self-centered in a way that is damaging to his own self. Mhm. And if I could tell Ernie to, you know, just be yourself, gay, straight, bi, whatever, be yourself. Like if you want my personal opinion, I think women are more attracted and more willing to support someone who is open and honest about whatever, men, women, STDs, HIV, whatever the fuck. The more honest and open you are with people, the more attractive that is. When you get comfortable with it, everybody around you gets comfortable with it. Case in point, I'm a curvy girl. I have big boobs. Do you think I was always comfortable having big boobs and being curvy? No. But guess what? I got comfortable with it. And once I got comfortable with it, everybody else was comfortable with it. But when I was uncomfortable about it and shy about it, and I would never go without a bra ever, you know, and people at school, like when I was in middle school, oh God, I was in middle school, you know, my son's father and his best friend, they would be like, Sierra, is it cold in here? And I'd be like, what do you mean, is it cold in here? And then my son's father would like turn me around to the mirror and he'd be like, your nipples are hard. And I'd be like, oh my God, kill me now. Like, oh my God, like I wanted to sink through the floor. I was so embarrassed and so self-conscious about it because here I am in middle school with like D cups, double D's, you know? And I was just mortified. But that's because I was uncomfortable with it. You know what I mean? Now, if he would say that, well, he's not gonna say that because he's not living. But if he was to say that now, I'd be like, at least they sitting upright. At least they perky, bitch. Like at least they ain't swing low, sweet cherry. At least they still on the shelf. Okay. At least this baby ain't drag them down to the ground to my knees, you know, comfortable with it. Arnie just needs to be comfortable with it. And we need to give him room. Well, he got all the room in the world because he in jail. But, you know, when he get done serving his debt to society, whenever the fuck that is, when if he chooses to come back with his old ass, then we need to let him be comfortable with it, you know, as much as we can without trolling him. Thank you, Benny. Yeah, because Benny gonna troll his ass. And a no message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, right? Take a look at yourself. Mm, take a good man in the mirror. Yeah, asking. Okay. We just owe a big apology to Michael Jackson. Yes, literally. Hey, rapper. What up, rapper? Yeah, people. Yes, like bad cabbage. I'm done. Reality is everyone's nipples get hard. That is true. They do. Oh, God. I think my son's father's he had like microscopic nipples. Like, no wonder he was so focused on mine. Like you can barely see his. He gonna get me. He gonna scare me. He gonna be like, boo. I'm gonna be like, ah, oh my god. In the words of Fiona Apple, the world is bullshit. Hey Luna, what's up? Let's see. What else has been happening? So, you know, Dolly went back home, I see. Then PJ, this is like a soap opera. Like I feel like I'm talking about soap opera characters. But anyway, um, then PJ went off on the whole world. Um, it seemed like the whole Vision family went off. Shit. I'm surprised PJ daughter didn't get in. I'm surprised. She might as well. You got something you want to tell the people too. You might as well you put it on your Facebook. We'll get it. We'll screenshot it. I think it's hilarious because all the shit that's been going down since he left Arizona, people have been screenshotting and been sharing on Twitter. And normally I wouldn't have seen it. I wouldn't have even known. I'd have been up here doing some other shit, minding my business, cooking under the blanket, not cooking under the blankets, but under my blankets after I cook, after I eat, and smoked or whatever. Oh, speaking of smoke, let's relight the blunt, shall we? But nothing is weirder than a man having big nipples. No shade, but if you're a man and you can relate. Let me see. Have I had a boyfriend with big nipples? Yeah, I think I have. Yeah, I've had not big nipples, but I've had a boyfriend with big areola. Yeah. Mhm. He had a big old areola, like God almost made him a woman, but then decided, never mind. He'll just have to deal with them areolas. I can't fix that. It's like sometimes I think God just be making people and then he just be like, you know what? I want you to be a dude or I want you to be a girl. And then the traits that are either feminine or masculine, he just go, deal with it. I got so many questions when I meet him. I'm gonna be bugging him for all eternity. So when y'all get up, when all 14 of y'all get up there and y'all see me, I'm gonna be like trailing behind God with a notepad and questions. Okay, God. So when you make caterpillars, right? Um, where does the caterpillar hair go? Like, does it go in the cocoon? Does it like merge into the wings somehow? Like, How does that work? I don't want to experience it. Let me just get that straight. I just clarify your thought process on that. You know what I mean? Poor guy had pepperoni nibbles. Yeah. Black dude too. Black dude too. Yep. What year was that? That was that was at my old apartment that I moved out of recently. That was like 2023. Yeah, like 2023, 2024. Shout out to pepperoni nibbles. Hey. Oh, yeah. I forgot what the nickname me and Zion had for him. Hold on, let me go ask so I can make a little joke so he know who it is. Hold on. I gotta mute because I'm gonna have to say his real name. Big Chungus ass. That's what we nicknamed him. Big Chungus. Hell yeah. Me and Zion be giving all these dudes nicknames. Okay, let's see if y'all can maybe some of y'all can guess some of the nicknames. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all an easy one first, okay? This is the easy one. It's gonna get harder as we go. Okay. I already gave you one early in the live if you was paying attention. But this is a fun game. Let's play this, all right? All right, let's see. I had a man and I gave him the nickname the Hammer. Who is he? Okay. Y'all can just put the hammer and then who y'all think it is. And then I'm gonna just go to the next one. Okay, cool. Great. Okay. I had a man and I gave him the nickname Big Dog. Shout out to Big Dog. He's been really understanding and sweet lately. I might have to give him some cookies. Bake him some cookies. I mean, can't have internet thinking I'm a lady of the night. Lord. I mean, would it be so bad? Like, I know that's not a ladylike thing to say, but let me explain. Would it be so bad? It is passive income. I mean, I don't support any illegal activity on this channel, but you know, so we have Big Chungus, the Hammer, Big Dog. Oh, we got Pocket Size. Who else? Diesel. You know what? The first dude, I didn't even give him a nickname. I never gave the dude who popped my cherry. I never did give him a nickname. That is so sad. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, it's not that much. My baby daddy didn't have a nickname either. That's crazy. Huh. Who else has a nickname? I think that's it. I think that's all the nicknames. I can't think of like nobody else's nickname now. Why didn't I nickname the women? That's kind of sexist if I'm thinking about it. Like I didn't nickname no girls, just the dudes. Like where's the logic in that? Like I get it. I let's give Stiggy some credit. I get it. There's no rhyme or reason to why I do shit. I don't make sense to myself sometimes. But, you know, that's what, That's what makes it beautiful, I guess. It don't make sense. So now I gotta find nicknames for the women and the other two or three dudes. Wait, how many people is that? Okay, Hammer, Pocket Size, Big Dog, Big Chungus, and I'm missing one. Pocket Size, Hammer, Big Chungus, Big Dog. I'm missing one. And then there was I had a nickname for Alpha, Alpha Wolf. That was another nickname. So there's two. I'm missing two. Who the two? I don't know what to. I guess Baby Daddy, and then the first one it would be the two that's missing that I don't have nicknames for. Right? That's only that's seven. Okay, so we're on the right. And now we got 10 bitches. We gotta find nicknames for because the rest of them are girls, women. Fuck. You gotta be Pacific nowadays. 'Cause, we got them files and shit. I wasn't in the files. Don't even go looking for me. You know what? That would have been a good rumor. That would have been a good rumor to spice things up a bit and get me some views. You know what? Now I'm mad. Even though it's some sick shit in them files and everybody should be locked up, y'all could have slipped in there like, yeah, Sierra took a picture with, you know, Maxwell. I heard Sierra was over there with Ghislaine. Y'all could have made up some rumors to help a girl out, on her search for fame or something, but no, you know. I was checking my notifications to see if there was anything interesting. So, moral of the story, don't say some wild shit to me because, I can fire up a live like that. And, that's a skill in itself. It really is. It was a rough start, but I think we're in a good wave right now, you know. Um I don't have any what's the word? Curated lives as I like to call them. Like I do have a few. I have the clusterfuck live I want to do, which is going to be like super long. So I'm gonna probably wait until my StreamYard resets. Maybe. I don't know. Um and then I do have the AI make you feel famous, but you're not software. I want to cover that too and kind of do some live research with y'all, but I ain't in no rush. And I'm still collecting TikToks for the clusterfuck. And I haven't even begun to pull up on the computer because I've been organizing my room and shit. So I haven't even begin to like pull up all the tabs for the live about the famous thing. So, but I already got the thumbnail for the clusterfuck. So the clusterfuck might come first. Quiet as is kept, quiet. And the clusterfuck, I might have to explain. Okay. The clusterfuck is going to be like a smorgasbord of everything. Like anything and everything I see on the internet that I want to share with y'all and have an opinion on, I'm just going to put it in that live. And nothing is going to go together. And when you're done, you're going to be like, that was a clusterfuck. You know? Like you're going to be like, what the fuck? You know? So, um, yeah. I think I got two different thumbnails for that. I think. Cuz I know I got enough for volume 1, but in case like I go over more than an hour, I got a thumbnail for volume 2, I think. because I got so much stuff saved, and I'll be like, ooh, I can't wait to tell the people about this. Ooh, I wonder if they seen this. And then time goes by, and I'll be like, dang, that's gonna be old as fuck by the time I get to it, though. But it don't matter. I still have an opinion on it, even if it's old. So, we'll just stack it up, until we can get it going. And I don't know if it's gonna be like only TikToks or it might be videos too, or stuff on YouTube too. It'd be great if I could sign into my Facebook again on my desktop, because I have mad stuff saved on my Facebook from like reels and stuff. So, but yeah, that's what I've been working on. Organization. I do want to make another Suno song. I thought of a Suno song earlier, and I was thinking that the new Ti song, I think it's called "Let 'Em Know." The "Let 'Em Know" song and the Rich Homie Quan, "Oh Yeah" or "Ooh" or whatever. The Rich Homie Quan song kind of sounds similar. So I'm gonna put both of them songs as references into Chat GBT, right? And get that to come up with some lyrics and a vibe, and then, or I might could put my own lyrics in too. I don't know. I don't know. Probably I'll let it come up because I don't want to come up with a rap. Y'all know I can't rap. So I'll let it come up with that. And then I'll take it to Suno and see what Suno turn it into and see if I can get that might happen tomorrow actually, because I thought about that this morning and I was like, ooh, we about to make another Suno track. Sierra, what is your Suno name? Uh, you know what? I have no idea. It's on my I think it's Sierra Ray Lynn, I think. Some and a bunch of numbers. If you go to any of my Suno songs that are on my shorts, it'll say it on there. Like it'll say whatever the song title is at Sierra, blah 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 blah. But I'll post the Suno songs. I always post them on YouTube. So, you know. I'll do that. Maybe we'll do another like a Dolly Vision song just to troll for funsies. For funsies. Hey, Bo Peep. What up though? Yes, I make Sono songs too. Is it Sono fun? I think it has to, you have to be like a super creative person and a super like music lover to like get it. Like Sudo is a good outlet, I think. Ugh. I don't feel like I'm coming down with the cold, but I feel like I know this is gross, but I feel like I got extra snot like in like extra mucus or something. I don't feel sick. I don't feel like I got the chills, or I just don't feel run down or sick or anything, but I feel like it's right there. I finished my blunt and now I'm sad. Y'all ever get that way? Mary Jane Doe, do you finish your blunt and get sad? Like, oh fuck, I gotta roll another one. Ugh. And that's the thing, like, oh, that's another thing about monetization. Like I cuss a lot. I cuss a lot on here and I say what I want. And I know I probably say some words I shouldn't, like KILL and other words probably. And I know if I get monetized, YouTube is gonna hold me, because I'm would be going through Google AdSense. YouTube is gonna hold me to a higher standard. And I feel like that might put my channel in jeopardy of being, kaput. That might, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to do that either. Like if monetizing my channel, no matter how much money it would be, puts me in jeopardy of losing my channel, then fuck that. I'd rather do it for the free 99. Okay. I mean, shit, we always have like Cash App, like I got Cash App, PayPal, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna try to make an effort to like put it up more cuz I try not to put it up because then I feel like the bad side of YouTube, like, oh God, let me here I go being a tragedy pimp or being a e-bagger or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel bad for flashing it up sometimes, so I don't always put it up, but every live I'll have it in the what do you call it? Like the what are these things called? Like the banners. I always have it in the banner. So I have Cash App, I have PayPal if you don't like Cash App, you know what I'm saying? But I get shy and I guess insecure, or maybe not insecure, maybe that's not the word. But I get like because here's the thing, like no matter what I get from YouTube or AdSense or monetization, even super chats, YouTube is going to take a cutout, right? And I feel like if people are going to tip the hostess, then they would want that full tip to go to that person. Just like if I was up here on the pole shaking that ass, you wouldn't you wouldn't give me $1. You wouldn't rip the dollar in half and get half of the dollar to me and half to the DJ. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, of course, a stripper has to pay the DJ in the house and all that shit. We got that. But still, like, the people itself, like, say if you were a freelance stripper, okay, I'm high. Say if you were a freelance stripper, right? And you just had a pole set up in your backyard, in like a tiny house, right? You had a little strip joint in a tiny house, and you got a permit and everything, and you got the pole up there, and you got a regular customers coming in to see you shake that ass. And not that I thought about it, but I'm just saying, shake that ass, and they was giving you money, like, you know I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm just saying, like, you would just tip that person, it would just go solely to that person. So, but I feel insecure about it sometimes. Like, I don't know if insecure is the right word, but I feel some type of way about asking y'all. Like, I get like my time is money and I should be um reimbursed or for my time, I get that. I get that. But it's on the flip side of that, it's like I don't know how I feel about no, I don't know how I feel about people giving me money for me just being me and expressing myself. Because I would do that regardless if it's on YouTube or if it's on the phone with my friend. You know what I mean? Like, so that's my thought process. My thought process is I don't know how to feel about it. Not to say I'm not going to take it. That's not what I'm saying. I will take it. I'm not saying I'm going to be like, oh, no, you ain't got to do that. Let me send this back to you. No, I'm going to take it and I'm going to spend it. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because my grandpa always told me, don't you ever turn money down. And I was like, okay, grandpa, I understand. So I ain't never gonna turn it down. And I'm not gonna be offended if you bless me. But know that I'm doing this because I want to do it, not because I'm looking for something. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. But I'm gonna try to look at Mary Jane though. Mary Jane so said, Paul, shaking ass. uh, oh, you redacted a message. Oh well. Oh, that's okay. Sure, you can redact it, retype it, copy, paste, do whatever you gotta do. Shoot. Child, another thing I heard this weekend, somebody done said, I don't know if it was, I think it was Jimmy. He said there was like 10,000 people blocked on Dolly Vision. I said, now, wait a minute. It's just this random shit, these random like tea, like this random shit just be popping in my head, and I just be like, what the hell? 10,000 people blocked. You know, if you had 10,000 people, you would be at 100K. If you could win over the 10,000 people that you blocked, if you could win them over, then you would already be over 100K. Like, you're weird. like, like, I don't know, guys. I don't know if he's all there. 10,000 people blocked over an insecure woman. Yeah. I mean, pretty much. I mean, I'm surprised she even wrote that. I guess she had wrote that on Twitter. But the thing is, like, on Twitter, you have a choice. Like, it's not. I don't know if y'all have been on Twitter lately, but it's not like you like YouTube. Like, you scroll and then because you watch something that has to do with something, this will pop up. It's not like that at Twitter. Twitter is like the people you're following and other like shit like brands you follow and mutual friends of them will be posted, and then you can just scroll through, or random shit that you ain't, no one that has to do with nothing. It's kind of like the Instagram Explorer page. It's kind of like that same algorithm. Like, it's not so specific tailored to you that, like, it's not like if PJ opens her Twitter, she would see all that. The only reason she know people are telling him to stay hydrated and put sunscreen on and all this shit. The only reason she know that is because she in the chat 24/7. Girl, just get off the chat. When he go live, you go to work. You mind the business that pays you and let him mind the business that pays him. If he got a problem or issue or a question, he will let you know. He's capable of doing that. If he needs you to DoorDash him some food, I'm sure he will text you mid-live. If he needs something, or just listen, don't look at the chat. Just listen and don't look at the chat. So if he says something, you'll hear it. Like, I don't understand why she was so irritated by people doing that. Like, maybe if he's not listening to you, he'll listen to one of them. Like, does it really matter? He won't be dehydrated. Like, what? I don't get it. But she was on one. Share the blunts. I'm out tonight. Oh, I wish I could. Oh my god, I put it. It's like a pretty big roach. It's not like a half a blunt, but it's like a half a blunt, like a pretty fat roach. I wish I could just give you that shit and be like, here, I'll roll another one. You know, you go on and smoke that, get your first one off, and then we'll smoke this other one. I only look up for specific things on Twitter usually. I be on there looking at ass on Twitter. Okay, you gotta be over 21 to look at my Twitter profile or what I be reposting and shit. Cause I ain't gonna hold you. I be on there looking at ass and flicks and I be sharing shit. It's mostly ass though. But if the ass is fat and it jiggle right, baby girl, I'm gonna repost that. I'm gonna go ahead and repost that because I need everybody else to appreciate what I appreciate. Okay, God made that. And if he didn't, he gave the blessings of the money or whatever to get it. So I know. Mary Jane Doe probably be scrolling through her Twitter like, oh God, Sierra. Oh God, Sierra. She probably got to open her Twitter carefully if she know I'm on Twitter at the moment. She's like, oh God, Sierra's on Twitter. Let me get out of here. I'm in a public place. This is embarrassing. And I don't even be shy about it. Like I just be opening up Twitter anywhere, and then I'll forget. Like, I'm cooking and my son, I forget. Like my son or my brother or shit, my mom will be like looking at my phone like, oh God, Sierra, what do you do? What are you looking at? I'm like, oh my bad. I mean, I don't be looking like hard, but you scroll past. And in my head, I'd be like, I wanna like it. I wanna repost it. But I can't right now because I'm mid conversation and real, you know what I'm saying? It's not appropriate. So I don't get to repost everything, but when I get time to myself, I repost what I see. I don't find any of it embarrassing. We're adults. True. 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 Clock it. Clock it. I feel that. I feel it. I feel it. Uh-huh. But yeah, my Twitter be wide open. I don't know. Like, I just don't know. I think I got a new follower on Twitter. Let's see. Oh no, I gotta I know who that is. I'll get you in a little bit, nephew. Oh. A lot happened this weekend for real. Like, I really don't get. Can we talk just for a little bit about the Nancy situation? Because on the other end, the Nancy situation is like, I don't know if I'm believing it no more. I mean, I know I shouldn't say that, and but I'm like, what are we doing? Like what are we doing, guys? Like really, what are we doing? Like what are we doing? Like if this is real and they really can't find her like that, then okay, that sucks. But if this is not real and this is just some kind of weird, you know, not a false flag, but like a some made up shit, then y'all not very good writers because I'm losing interest in the case because there's nothing happening. And I feel like the feds and the local law enforcement are bumping heads. I know they say they got it under control and shit happens sometimes or whatever Nano said, but I think it's still going on because the FBI can't find her. Like, what the fuck? The FBI, bro. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's what I'm starting to think. I heard that from people. Nobody wants to believe that it's real anymore. That's some sign. Yeah. 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 It's beginning to look that way. It's beginning to look like it was supposed to be a distraction for what they were going to release in those files, and it didn't work because we can multitask. Like we can pay attention to this Nancy case and we can read them files. Like we can chew gum and walk at the same time. Like what do you mean? Like they've been messing with them Tesla robots too much. They forgot who we are. We humans. Like, like we ain't no, this ain't no robot shit. This ain't no AI. I ain't Chat GBT. You know what I mean? Like, you ain't gotta upgrade me. I can upgrade myself in real time. God do it every day. Dude, the fastest upgrade in the world. So I don't know. They thought we couldn't pay attention to both, I guess. Halloween baby in here? I think I seen her too. Oh, look at Halloween baby up in here. Hanging out in the ghetto. Look at her. Okay. Period. I be seeing her over there at Queen Bee's. I be like, look at her. Being a social butterfly and stuff. I love it. I love hanging out at Queen's. Oh my god, and I died laughing when I heard that clip of Reality and BJ talking about B Tim, and they were like fighting over, somebody was fighting over B Tim, and B Tim got all bashful. Oh my god. Hilarious. I've been getting in low key. I don't have no problem with Brittany J, and I know this might it's Black History Month, so I can't say that. I can't say that either. Oh God, because we just had the red dress Indigenous Day, so I gotta wash my mouth. Before they say, I'm a racist. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I'm about to backpedal on something I just said earlier in this live. But I feel like I'm starting to get into the Brittany J stuff. I know I said I don't judge people, and I don't. I don't judge people. I don't judge Brittany J. But what from hanging out at Queen Bee's, I've only hung out at Brittany J's maybe once. Once where I was in the chat, and then once where I was just in the bushes. Other than that, I haven't listened to her. Like, I don't even know when she goes live. I wouldn't know. Like, I don't even know if I'm subscribed. I really don't. I could be. But since I'm always in Queen Bee's chat. And I be catching little tidbits here and there. And child, when they said Brittany J was pregnant, was with child, I about gagged. I was shooketh. I was like, what? I was like, wait a minute, hold up. I felt like someone had sent me for a loop. So I'm not saying I feel the same way about Brittany J as Queen Bee and the rest of them do, or that I want to contribute to the conversation of that, or have any opinion. Like, if someone was been like, Sierra, do you think because Brittany J did this and did that and did that, don't you think that's wrong? Like, I don't even know if I give a crap that much to have an opinion one way or the other, right? Because I just don't get it. Like, I don't get the obsession into her personal shit. I mean, maybe she shares that shit just like I share my personal shit. Like, maybe that's a thing. But then if that's the thing, if me and Brittany J are doing the same thing and she's just talking and I'm just talking, then what why don't I have people reviewing my shit? Then I feel some type of way. Like, what? I'm not scandalous enough? Like, what do I gotta do? Like, do I need to fall asleep right now? I will go. Do I mean, for real? Do I need to like just drop off sleep in the middle of a live or something? Let me know. I'm gonna get with my moderators and figure out what I need to do to get my views up so I can get them Brittany J views. I need people to review my shit. I feel some type of way now. If that's the case. She said, girl, I'm just saying, at least Brittany J got some views, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't knock it. Like, I ain't gonna get pregnant though. Wait, let's hold up. I ain't got a Craig, okay? I ain't got no dad, not nail Craig over here. Matter of fact, I don't even know a Craig. I don't. There's not one Craig I know. Craig is the only Craig I know. Brittany J. Craig. That's the only Craig I know. So I don't got no way to get pregnant. So that we can't do that. We can't copy her on that. We gotta find something else. Do I need to get glasses? Don't she wear glasses sometime? Maybe I get some glasses. I think I got my old glasses somewhere. I might could wear that. Do I need you know, like what? Like do I need to make my eyebrows a little more straight across and don't arch them? Like let me know what the secret is. You know what I mean? Do I need to do some more squats so I can have a 3D ass or a bubble butt or whatever she got? I ain't never seen Brittany J ass. I'll be thinking Craig lying for real. I don't believe him when he said when I didn't hear it when they did it live, but I think I heard Clue reviewing it the first time, and I was just like, I don't believe Craig. I don't believe him. I was like, you're a liar. You wouldn't know an ass if you saw one, sir. I could just tell by the way you said that. A 3D ass. Excuse me? What? You know? I don't know. But low key, can I level with y'all? This is a hella rant. Can I level with y'all? I feel like Brittany J, this is gonna be toxic to hell for me to think this way. But here we go. Okay. Brittany J and Craig, you know who they remind me of? I don't have a nickname for this ex-boyfriend of mine, but me and Scott. Just gonna say that. I maybe that's why I don't listen to her because I like hear an old version of myself a little bit. And I'm like, ooh, that sounds like me and Scott. I said, and then I'll be thinking to myself, I'm so glad I am not in a relationship on YouTube because Scott would be doing that. I'd be up here doing a live and he'd be talking in the background, getting me all off track and shit. Mm-mm. Future husband, boyfriend, sneaky link, significant other, friends with benefits, old classmates, whoever is going to be my next. Please do not interrupt my train of thought when I'm live. Let me do my thing. Don't say nothing. You can give me your commentary after I'm done with the lives. Matter of fact, if you want to re listen to the live, and then you can give me your commentary on what I said on the live, then cool, we can do that privately among us. Or you can start up your own fucking channel and then you can give commentary on my lives, being my boyfriend, sneaky link, significant other, friends with benefits, husband, boyfriend, whatever you want to be, right? You can do that if you so want to, if you see fit to. I doubt a masculine alpha male would, because that's kind of a bitch move. But if you want to do that, cool. But I couldn't. Girl, Brittany, I would go to my car or something. I would go to my car, especially if it's summertime. Girl, I would go to my car. I would go in a closet. I would go to the bathroom, lock the door, and do a whole live. I would lock the bedroom door or wherever the computer is at. I would move it somewhere where there could be a locked door and I could do it by myself and he couldn't be around at all. Because he be saying some wild shit in the back. Craig ain't got no filter. at all. Well, she don't really either, but and you know what? Quiet is kept. This is another unpopular opinion, but quiet as is kept. When she was on panel with Queen Bee, I was pleasantly surprised. I know you're like, Sierra, wait a minute. You just said you love being over there at Queen Bee's. I do. Queen Bee is the homie. I love hanging out over there. It's a good time. Everybody should go. Even if the chat don't like me, it's okay. It's fine. But me and Queen Bee, cool. Me and B Tim, cool. Me and Rowena, cool. But me and Clue, super cool. Sierra want to be Cluminati's best friend, period. But I feel like when Brittany J was on panel, she really handled herself good. I mean, even though that lady, told her, come with me, you will see a world of imagination. Even though that happened, I feel like before she got pulled away from the live, to save her stress level or whatever that was, diversion. But whatever that was before that, when she was up there and she was like, oh yeah, bitch. Oh yeah, well, fuck that. Oh, she was giving it back. Well, oh, really, bitch? Well, fuck you. She was giving it back. You gotta give it to her. She was not scared. She was not scared. She was not shy. She did not hold her tongue. I was like, listen to Brit. I said, who knew? I didn't know she'd get like that. I thought she'd have been up there crying and shit. But she held her own. Go on, Brittany. I need to re-listen to it again. It's a lot. It was a lot. When I was listening the first time, I was like, oh my God, this is a lot of rah-rah. This is a lot of fussing. I was like, oh God. I was like, this is too much. I said, me and my high school friends ain't do all this. Like, ooh, child, y'all need to get a higher vibration. This is not good. The spiritual side of me was judging. Okay. I was judging. I didn't want to listen to it because I was like, oh, I ain't got the energy for this. This is a mess. This is, oh my God, it's going down. I was clutching my pearls. But then I started to re-listen and I was like, go on, Brittany J. Don't let them treat you like a doormat. You stick up for yourself, right, wrong, or indifferent. You ride it till the wheels fall off. But if you leave it up to Craig, the wheel is loose already. So, I don't know if I trust Craig. I don't know. I don't know if I trust him. He seems like a opportunist and a drunk, but that's just my opinion, allegedly. I don't know about Brittany J. I've heard the name in circles, but I couldn't tell you nothing about them. Yeah, I don't know nothing about them either. I just know bits and pieces from what I hear from, Queen Bee and Cluminati, because those are the two main streamers I watch now. Because I don't watch Dolly Vision unless somebody tell me, "Ooh, Sierra, go look at something," And PJ is hit and miss. Sometimes she go live, sometimes she don't, and sometimes I don't care. So I don't always catch her lives when she's live or that day, right? So unless she say something or make a thumbnail that has me in it, I don't really watch that. But like clockwork, Queen Bee, Illuminati. Sometimes if something funny is going on Queen Bee's and I miss clues, the next day I'll double back and watch the replay like while I'm cooking or something. 'Cause that's the only time I get to watch replays is if I'm cooking or I'm in the shower or I'm like folding clothes or something boring, cleaning like not tomorrow, but Tuesday, maybe tomorrow, it just depends. Tomorrow or Tuesday, I'm gonna be cleaning downstairs, so I know there's at least three lives. At least three lives of clues I haven't listened to. So, and I try not to get that far behind because then I'm out the loop and I don't know nothing. You are missing it. No, you're really not. It's just a bunch of like drama and like it's very soap opera ish. It's beyond soap opera. It's like a telenovela over there for real. It's a telenovela. Her channel is kind of boring a little, and I have an opinion on her personality. Whose channel is boring? Whose? It's Brittany. Yeah, Brittany. I mean, she used to didn't she used to do true crime? She was doing the Sebastian Rogers. That's how I um was introduced to her during the Sebastian Rogers case because she was on the green team and then the Rico and all that shit. So that's how I got introduced to her because I was trying to figure that out and see her opinion on the Sebastian Rogers stuff. But since that has died down, I haven't been over there listening, you know? So I don't really have an opinion. Maybe I should watch, you know, some and I'll have an opinion. I feel like I have a biased opinion already because I religiously watch Queen Bee and religiously watch Illuminati, and this is who they cover. So I feel like the information I do know about Brittany J is not fair information. It's biased information because look at my sources, you know what I'm saying? Like not to say they're bad sources, it's just those sources have biased opinion. They have their own opinion. So I much rather get both sides. And I think Brittany J is like cool. Like I think she would. I don't even know how to get like I need to have a conversation with Brittany J. Like offline. To like I want to know like how she got into YouTube. Like what did she start doing on YouTube? Was she always in true crime? Does she come from any Pacific community? I want to dig deep because sometimes you need to know the lore before you can really judge it by its cover or have an opinion on anything. You got to know the lore behind it. You know what I'm saying? If Dolly Vision was a one night stand, right, then I wouldn't have much details or much to say, or my opinion wouldn't be as in depth. You know what I mean? But y'all shot. Wait a minute, hold on. Megan, hey Tina. Wait, PCT in here? Oh my god, PCT is in the building. I be fangirling out when PCT comes in here. Is anybody else like that? Like, I feel like such a YouTuber. Like, you couldn't have told me. There's no like I am living in a fantasy world. Like, you couldn't have told me back in like, 2022. You couldn't even talk 23. You couldn't told me that one day Paper Cut Tina is going to be in my chat. What? I would have laughed. This is wild. This is a wild existence. I've been here for over an hour. Oh, she's been in the bushes. I love it. I be in your bushes too, low key. I be in your bushes smoking the devil's lettuce. Yo, I be in your bushes smoking the bushes. I be in your bushes hot as gas. And I'll be like, I'm not even gonna type because I'm gonna say something inappropriate. I don't want to say nothing. I don't want to give nothing. I'm too high for this. But I'll be in there. Or I watch the replay. That's because we got so much in common. Yeah, we do. We got a whole tool set in common. We got that hammer. Uh-huh. So funny. I still want to have a Dolly Vision support group or something. Or Dolly Vision Anonymous. DV Anonymous. We gotta work on the name. I'm gonna get with Chat GBT because my Chat GBT lady is cool as shit, and she will help me come up with a nice little name so we can have a official meeting. I've already made a whole Dolly Vision Serenity prayer. Like if PJ thinks I'm delusional now, oh, I'm gonna turn this into SNL. Like I'm I'm gonna Truman Show this shit. It won't be good for your anxiety, Peach. I don't recommend you watching. And I might need to do that before I monetize. If I monetize, because I have some funny. I just ooh, because like when you go to like a NA or AA meeting, everybody comes up and shares, and then at the end of it, you know, you're supposed to say thank you for sharing. You know what I'm saying? I've been to a meeting or two. You know what I'm saying? And I want it to be like that format, but about television. And maybe we can get somebody else to to run the meeting. Like I just because it's my channel, I don't have to run the meeting. Like maybe we can get White Boy Radio to run. Oh God, you know, Benny Keys might can get up on the meeting or something. It'd be so funny. Like I think if maybe in the comments, if you hear this or if someone sends it to you, Benny and White Boy, then maybe we can come, y'all can put it, let the squirrels rock around in your brain, and maybe y'all got something y'all want to share in the meeting. Maybe Dolly has done y'all wrong. Wouldn't it be crazy if the dudes got on it too? If the dudes got on it too and they had some shit to say, like they was sharing at a meeting. Oh, maybe I do need to run it. Maybe I do need to be like, welcome to the Dolly Vision Anonymous, where we share our experiences, where the Turtle King has wronged us. Ooh, somebody write that down. Mary J. Don't write it down. That was good. That was a good one. We gotta do it. It'd be too funny. Y'all talking about nanos? Oh, Nancy. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all getting in some good stuff. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get in the chat. Let me get in the chat. Let me get in the chat. She's still behind. I'm glad she's here. Watch you a lot, especially your shorts. Not much YouTube time, but you're a special lady and fun to watch. Oh, thank you. I love you, baby. That's so sweet. I've been clicking out of stuff about MX, so got here late. Oh, you're good. Oh, she's laughing. I've been pissed since he put the clown nose on Sheriff Nanos. He did? I didn't even notice the clown nose. I saw oh yeah, he did. I did. It didn't register. I know he said Nano something, but he did. He did do that. See, I be paying attention, but I don't right when he do some fuck shit. When he do fuck shit, I just in my head, I go, well, that's Jimmy. And I move on. I don't but then when somebody bring it up to me, I go, "Oh shit, yeah, that looks bad. That oh god, that's not good." Yeah, I could see how that would be an issue. Maybe he's not planning to go back to like do the coverage or whatever. Nanos is the joke though. Yeah, Nanos is on one. I think Nanos needs some humble pie. I think he needs a little bit of humble pie. I think just a small piece, not a lot. And I think he needs to level with the streamers. Sometimes it's hard for law enforcement and people of authority and the FBI to level with the YouTubers, and I think there needs to be that we can't figure it out. This is what we got off the record type conversation, because you have two entities, right? You have the FBI and you have the law enforcement, the sheriff's department. That's just two brains. Add the YouTuber entity to it, the live streamer entity to it, and then you have another collective brain working together to bring Nancy home. It couldn't hurt, you know? I don't think the YouTubers um is a bad element at being out there at all. But I do think if YouTubers do go out there and cover, Nancy's house and what's going on in Tucson, Arizona, I think it's wise to be courteous to the neighbors. You know what I'm saying? If a neighbor asks me to move my car, I'm not going to argue with the neighbor and say, "Oh, it's fine," or whatever, and you can move around and I don't have to move. I'm not going to be in a bitchy mood because I'm hungry, cold, or tired, and put take it out on the neighbor. I'm not going to do that. Like, I'm going to be like, "Oh yeah, sure, yes ma'am, I'll move my car. No problem." Because, you know, that's what you do when you're from the South. You have Southern hospitality no matter where you're at. You know what I mean? So just my thought. I think I think at that moment he knew he fucked up, because that's when it set a sour taste in the mouth of law enforcement, not only for Jimmy, aka Dolly Vision, but for YouTubers in general. Because he's the only YouTuber other than JLR that has been in some fuck shit that has to do with YouTubers. He's the only one that got arrested in Savannah, Georgia, acting a fool, standing on cars, taking bullhorns out of hands. You know what I'm saying? So with that reputation, and for the law enforcement, the officers and the sheriff to see and hear that this YouTuber that's had this prior altercation in Savannah, Georgia, is up here not moving his car when a neighbor asked to move the car nicely. She wasn't yelling at him. She didn't raise her voice. She just said, "Hey, your car's in the way. It's blocking the driveway. You know what I'm saying? Can you please move your car?" "And I'm not going to move it. Da, 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 da." "Okay, well, I'm going to have to call the cops." I mean, what else can she do? She can't move it herself. You know what I'm saying? So I totally agree. You gotta be courteous. You know what I'm saying? Because what if the lady who asked you to move the car had some information about the whereabouts of Nancy, or something to do with Nancy, or she's seen something? You know what I'm saying? Like, you shooting yourself in your own foot. You're not thinking big picture. You're thinking the you picture, or you in the picture, and now your ass on Inside Edition until the end of time for some fuck shit. Wow, what a legacy. It's just, I could go on about that. He was so rude to the old lady. That pissed me off too, Mergina. Share our strength and hope. Share our experience, strength, and hope. Yes! Yes! We gotta share our experience, our strength, and our hope. Yeah, I remember that from NA. Oh God, that's good. I'm gonna put that when I let white boy and them know. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, yo, would you like to share your experience, strength, and hope about Dolly Vision with us at the meeting?" Or maybe I should just hold the meeting and hope somebody show up. Should I do it that way? Maybe that'd be more genuine, because usually in the meeting it's just whoever comes, right? Some people, they come because it's their home group and they always go to this meeting, or whatever meeting it is. And some people just are passing through and they need a meeting. Some people have court appointed, they have to have so many meetings in a week, and they gotta make their number, so they good with their PO and stuff. So it's many reasons for different things, and some people that come to meetings are people trying to make friends for the very substance they're there for. Not me, but I found a lot of connects at meetings. You know what I'm saying? He used to be kinder and more patient. Yeah. Well, I guess people adapt to the environment they're in, and his significant other is not a kind person or a patient person, so you are who you hang around. And you notice, like, I don't know if y'all noticed, but when Jimmy was in Arizona, like, he didn't want to socialize. Not to saying that I know he always say, "Oh, I don't get on YouTube to make friends." Well, nobody does. But friendships happen, and that's okay. And you know what? Sometimes you can be friendly with other people, and that doesn't mean y'all are friends, but you're cordial and you're social, so people can have something good to say about you. So someone can be like, "Oh yeah, I met Dolly Vision in Tucson, Arizona when we were covering the Nancy Guthrie case. He was a cool dude. He went out to dinner with us. He was out there every day just trying to think of different things and possibilities and where this lady could be at. And he looked and he came back and he took a break and he ordered food and he ate on stream with us. And he's been out there grinding, and he never complained about nothing. He looked tired, he looked fed up. Sometimes he was cranky and short with us. He got a little attitude when Jimmy get hangry, you know. So maybe, I'm thinking if it was more like that, then the good would outweigh the bad. But now people just like, you know, Jimmy's a liar, Jimmy's a scammer, he's a hustler, he's a con, he's a cheat. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not doing yourself any favors. And another angle too, it's like, damn, Jimmy, for me personally, it's like, damn, you got to prove me right. Like, you can't even prove me wrong. You would think if I'm such a stalker, right? I'm going on a rant. I told you, a good old rant, okay? You would think if I'm such a stalker and I'm such a crazy woman, these crazy ladies, then you would think you would want to prove me wrong and be of a better quality of character of person to prove me wrong, to prove me wrong, to prove, everybody wrong that has anything bad to say about you or not positive to say about you, right? You would think you would want to prove them people wrong and not prove me right. Like, at this point, dude, you making me look psychic, and I don't even have psychic powers, but you making me look like Miss Cleo over here. You know what I mean? Like, I never thought that would happen. Like, I thought if I point out certain attributes and characteristics in Dolly Vision and in PJ that they apparently have in common, then, or that Dolly Vision has adapted since, either way. But me pointing that out, I thought they would prove me wrong. I thought they would come out here and act sweet as pie, American pie, and just prove me wrong and have me out here looking stupid and losing subs. But these silly motherfuckers are proving me right. Crazy. How can the stalker be right? Guess I ain't stalking, am I? Guess I'm just right. Guess I'm just telling the truth. And people see it. Mm-hmm. He used to be way different. Yeah, way different. Way different. He was more relaxed. He was not worried about what people thought. He didn't even give nobody a reason to think anything bad. before, but see, hmm, do we want to talk about it or let's talk about it? The point it turned, and I've talked to a friend about this before, but the point where it turned is when he started hanging out with Bullhorn Betty and Molly Golightly. I love Molly Golightly. Don't get it twisted. Betty, I don't want to hang out with Betty. I don't motor oil. I don't want to hang out with Betty. Molly Golightly, cool, love her. But when he started hanging out with Molly Golightly, Bullhorn Betty, and JLR trying to get in their little cool club, that's when the shit went downhill. That it views picked up, money picked up, everything picked up. See how that is good on one end. The money makes it good on one end that you can tolerate it, but you sacrificing some shit on the other end, like morals, values, character. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's not even. And it's like the more he went down this path of popularity after the Quentin Simon thing, after being in Savannah, Georgia, after that, after his dog getting kidnapped, after all that, women coming out left and right, other than me, you know. I mean, I just opened the door. The women just kept coming through. I don't know. I opened the door and then women just kept coming. It was like a revolving door. Hey, I was just holding the door. I was being chivalrous. Okay. So it's like now it's like you just proving me right. Like at this point, like you would think he would want to prove me wrong, is what I'm trying to say. It was so gross the way that she showed her jealousy of Brian Enton. Oh yeah, on the phone. Yeah, that was weird. That was weird. It was like but I in my opinion, allegedly, hypothetically, I think she was giving him the wrong information purposely. And she might not dig that I said that, and I don't give a fuck. But I read a comment that said PJ was purposely giving him the wrong information so he wouldn't go to where Squat was. Cause like maybe she was worried about his heart and chasing down the SWAT team, and maybe she thought that he didn't realize what the fuck he was doing or chasing down or whatever, and that wasn't a part of the agreement, and she gave him the wrong information purposely to send him on a wild goose chase. And I think that comment I saw, you know, either under his video or Twitter or some fucking thing. I think that is I think that's very possible. I could see her being calculated enough to do that. My opinion, allegedly. He can't level. They're doing all behind the scenes now. Hmm. His channel isn't going to grow that way. No, his if he keeps trying to hustle his subscribers for money, I mean, it might have been cute, clever, and maybe even a little bit smart and a little bit ambitious to do that early on, but not now, not when there's so many people in higher profile cases, and it's something different. You working at 7-Eleven, and you got a few bitches in your chat sending you $10 chats to get some blunt wraps or something, or get some coffee or get some a dinner here and there. and a little bit of AdSense or whatever. But when you ask people to help financially fund you to go somewhere, and then you don't stay there for as long as you pretended like, or gave the vibe out like you were going to stay there, then it kind of looks like a hustle, you know? Because I bet people were assuming that he was going to stay a week, you know, or 2 weeks, maybe a little bit longer. But when he only stayed 2, 3 days, they was like, "Oh hell no," and I don't blame him, you know. And I think Cash App, PayPal, and maybe even Give Send Go. You can always, you know, report the charge or recharge it or whatever y'all do when y'all you can do that if you want. Shit, allegedly. From what I heard, rumor on the curb is if you was that perturbed, I'm sure there's a way you can get your bread back. Shit. Because I would feel duped. And it's not like there's channels out here like mine and others who have tried to like warn you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, don't dip into your wallet when you're over here. You know, because you got to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be honest and be upfront if it's just like you living everyday life, but when you're asking your audience to send you somewhere, you got to come through on that. Yeah, he always shows his true colors. Always. But people have a hard time believing it, and I get it because I did too. Shit, I still have a hard time getting it. Shit, you can ask Mary Jane Doe. I'll be up here trying to relapse weekly on the Dolly Vision. I'll be up here trying to relapse on Dolly Vision. I think I don't remember what day it was. What's today? Sunday. So it was like Wednesday. I think it was like Wednesday. I was just like, you know what? He's not that bad. He's okay. It's maybe. I was up here relapsing like a bug. And Mary J. Doe was like, no, don't do it. And I was like, you're right. I'm back. Snap. I had to snap back. I had to, oh. Jimmy not respecting his elders. I don't think Jimmy respects anyone. He barely respects himself. Catch that, T. He barely respects or loves himself. I don't think Jimmy knows how. He's given PJ and everybody else and all the viewers and subscribers the same capacity he's able or knows how to give himself. You know, I love myself. I love Sierra Queen Pen Clark deeply, unconditionally, unwavering love for myself. So I know I'm capable of giving the same to my subs, my friends, my family, whoever, right? I have that capacity. But I don't think he knows how to love himself. Therefore, he can't do what's right by everybody else because he don't know how. No one's ever broke it down to him. So I don't think he's trying to be disrespectful to his elders. I just don't think no one has taught him how to have respect for himself. So how could he respect his elders, respect his girlfriend? He ain't respecting nobody. you know? Oh, look at y'all talking about Mary Jane Doe. Super mod, best mod in the world. I really feel like his health is not what it used to be. No, it's not. But, you know, he needs to learn to be honest, you know, with his audience in the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a heart issue, he need to say that I feel uncomfortable in my chest, you know, with my health right now. I'm having anxiety. Something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? He needs to say that when he's either on stream or before he gets on stream or whatever, or put it in the description or something and not hide it, you know? Because just like I can this whole live, I can't get my throat together and it's pissing me off. But you know, and I'm telling y'all that, you know what I'm saying? He don't know how to do that because he can't be honest with himself. I don't know why when I clicked out of it. Wait, I missed something. Maybe unpopular opinion, but I like Dolly. Also like Sierra. I like PCT. I like Mel Pandora. I don't know about the hostile drama between anyone, but I respect you all. Aw, thanks, Sub Zero. That's sweet. And that's cool when y'all can do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can see it in individual creators and people, and you like all of us. That's cool. I like that. I dig it. I'm for that. You know what I'm saying? And you're always welcome here, no matter who you like, man. I mean, shit. Obviously, I like Dolly at some point. Obviously. I mean, at some point, and at some point he liked me too because he just said my name. I am never gonna let him live that down. That he said my name. Like Savannah is nowhere near Sierra. Nowhere near. Like Savannah starts with the S and Sierra starts with the C. Did this whole time he think my name started with the S? Like, no. He knew what he did. And everyone is ignoring it. Like PJ want to address the women in the room. She want to address people telling him to hydrate and put sunscreen on, and she want to be like he'll go live when he feel live. Girl, why don't you address the fact he said my name? Like you don't want to address that. You don't want to explain that though. How do you feel about that though? You done said how you felt about everything else, but you ain't say how you feel about that. Matter of fact, you acted like you didn't even see it. And I done posted it 3 times. And I done raised the volume every time too. Like, girl, we're gonna address it all, girl. Address it all. And I ain't got no problem with Mel's Pandora, you know. Mel's Pandora is probably mad at me because I told the truth about her too to Team Rose. And I don't I wasn't sworn to no loyalty. You know, I didn't take no oath. It's not like me and Mel's Pandora was, you know, on the phone with each other and, you know, we pinky swear to be best friends or anything. She was just another YouTube creator that I was friendly with in Messenger. And instead of hiding something from good old Team Rose, Auntie Team Rose, Miss Magical Boobs Team Rose, I just told the truth because I wanted, you know, Team Rose to stop spinning her wheels. And I wanted her to have mental clarity, you know? And when you care about someone, you do that for them. You know, if you know something that can help them free their mind and give them a peace of mind, then you just tell the truth. And the fact that she got so offended and blocked or said whatever she had to say, whenever that was, you could tell I don't care because I don't even remember how long ago it was. But, you know, I'm not too hurt by it. And as far as Mel Pandora as a creator, um, she's great with panels. You know what I'm saying? She's great with panels. Um, she does good with drama too. The whole Vegas thing, whether if it's real or fake or whatever, that was great too. I was thoroughly entertained with that too. But you know, I would hope she would have more emotional intelligence. Gorgeous woman, gorgeous woman. You know, I had no what's the word, fantasies, or she was an attractive woman that I like to flirt with, but it wasn't like, oh, one day me and Mel are gonna be sipping crumpets and eating spotted dick on Windsmaster Alley. You know, no. Like I never took it that far, you know. She was just attractive and she was nice, and then she got mad because I told the truth. That's it. The end. The end. That's all it was, you know. And people don't like it when you tell the truth about them. That's just the fact of the matter. When people tell truth about me, I don't even get offended. I find it endearing. I don't know about you guys. When people tell the truth about me, now if it's a lie, I might get pissed off. If it's a lie, I'm gonna get pissed off and I'm gonna correct you and I'm gonna explain why you're wrong. Okay. But if somebody tells the truth about me, one telltale, I'll stutter and then I'll laugh. And then you know, oh shit, they told because I when I was up on what was I up on? I was up on Matthew's panel, I think it was, with Diamonds, and they said something. And when they said it, I said, damn, they I said, God, they got me. I said, oh, I said, wow, wow, we're observant, you know. Oh God, I clutched my pearls. I was like, oh well, you know, no lies detected. I get all silly about it when it's the truth, you know, but here on YouTube, it's the opposite. Like when you tell the truth on someone, if they're ashamed of their own truth, they get offended and they get pissed off. But I'm not ashamed of my truth. My truth makes me laugh because I go, yep, that's me. I get all tickled like, shut. You know? Why does everyone keep referring to Betty as motor oil? That's because that's because when Jimmy and PJ and Molly went out to Applebee's, like maybe 2 years ago now, Molly confronted Jimmy about sleeping with her. Molly was like, "Did you sleep with Betty when you dated her?" And then Jimmy was like, "I ain't never date her." Oh, so you didn't sleep with her? He was like, "No." And then Molly was like, "Oh, because I heard her vagina smells like motor oil." And then Jimmy was like, "What? What? What is she?" And she was like, "Oh Lord." And PJ was like, "Oh Lord." And she was like, "Yeah, I heard, because she said Indian style, and I heard her vagina smells like motor oil." And then PJ was like, "That her vagina smells like motor oil." And he was like, "Oh no." So now, I just be like, "Oh, motor oil over there. Oh, transmission fluid. Oh, transmission fluid over there." Maybe it squeaks, maybe it doesn't maybe it doesn't smell like motor oil, but maybe she needs some motor oil. Maybe it's squeaky like when she ride it or something. Maybe her bones like crick crick pop, crick crick pop pop. That happens sometime. I don't know which knee it is, but I used to do like ballet and stuff, and I messed up my knee. And I was on the step team too. And I keep doing something to the same knee. Like everything I do, even moving into this apartment, I did some. I think it's my left knee. So every time, even in the morning, my left knee fucked up. So if I'm riding dick, mom, don't listen. If I'm right, just mute it. Just exit. Come back in 5 minutes. If I'm riding dick, right, and if I don't have the right leverage, and soon as I get pop up on it, you can hear a little crunch. You can hear a little, a little. It's almost like when you got a on a horse, or whoa, it's just you hear that little, and then let's ride. You know what I'm saying? It's a little pop, a snap, crackle, pop right there. It's nothing to be ashamed of, Betty, but you might want to clarify that the next time you do a live for the people because they're concerned. Yep, I think I covered it. Yeah, I think I expounded on that. All right. I've been watching and it scares me too. Under her BHB with motor oil a couple times. Those who, in my opinion, Dollar Channel was based on his attention towards women, flirting a bit, and PJ is a Debbie Downer for channel growth. Yeah, yeah. I mean, but she couldn't not say it. She couldn't be with him and not and have people think he was single on the internet. Like she couldn't, she's not the type to lay low like that and just let him do his thing. Like she could never do that. She has to be known. I'm the girlfriend. Me. I'm the leader. This is mine. You know? And I'm the total opposite. Like in a relationship, I'm just like, I don't own shit. God own you. I don't, I just just I might snatch your soul, but I'll give it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, after I snatch it, I then, you can snatch mine and I'll just give it right back. I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? I got my own, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, some people are possessive, I guess, allegedly. Hypothetically. I don't know. I might end it. I don't know. I've been on for 2 hours. Um, but I definitely want you to think about the whole DV Anonymous because that'd be so hilarious. Like I could write out a script for my part, and then you could just share your part with a funny twist, and then we could have other people. Because if you and me do it, then I'm sure other people will do it too. I just think it'd be so funny. I mean, they would be pissed off because they're always pissed off no matter what I do. I could like fart and PJ will be like, "Oh my god, why did Thuggish Ruggish Bone have to blow it up?" That's why I don't be like regular on here because I feel like I'd be like hitting y'all over the head with it. But hopefully I'm funny. Hopefully I'm funny commentary and I give a little personality if I'm bitching about something. Hopefully it ain't negative, even if it's a negative topic or a not so positive or making somebody look in their best light topic. You know what I mean? Hopefully I give a little hee-hees and a little ha-has. I don't think PJ ignored Sierra. His face was yeah, yeah. I don't well, he wasn't at home. He was away from home, so that's why she didn't want him to stay gone too long because he was gonna get to scrolling and looking, and my views would went up. So yeah, But I don't think he was in the doghouse. She might have said something to him. Or he might have came in the door already apologizing. I'm sorry I said her name. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Hi, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. Hammer time. Wop, 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 wop. For a good 45 minutes. And then, you know, oh, so tired. You're good, babe. We're good. Okay, great. That's how I imagine. Spotted Dick always makes me think of the movie King Ralph. King Ralph. I've never seen that movie. But I didn't even know what spotted dick looked like until I saw it on 1,000 Pound Sisters. And I was like, oh wow, that looks good. I didn't even know it was a dessert. We have any British people in here? Is there anyone in attendance who would like to explain what spotted dick is? Thank you. Interesting topics. I've always liked Mel's channel. Oh yeah, I liked her channel. I don't watch it now because I'm subscribed to so many people. I don't have time, and she's like late. I never had time even when we were cool. Like I'd be going to bed, and she'd be like just starting her live, and I'd be like struggling so hard to try to stay awake so I could type in the chat, "Hey Mel" or whatever, or "Hey y'all" or whatever, right? And then I always 90% of the time I would fall asleep. And when I fall asleep, I'd wake up and she would still be going, like, especially if it was a school night, she would still be live. And I'd be like, dang, they still live. So Mel's channel, Mel's Pandora, has been the soundtrack to many of my dreams. Not that they were about her. Okay. See, some people would twist that. People would, they take me so literally. No, I'm not saying that she would be in my dreams. I'm just saying I'd be dreaming like normal. And in the background, you would just hear her on panel with people, whatever. Take it how you want it. I'm so tired. Oh, yeah. Whatever's happened to Stone but not alone. I liked his channel. I think is this he might have took his channel down or he might have hid his channel. But he made appearances like on this one dude, I think his name was like Josh. I could be wrong. But there was like this black dude had like a whole like they aired everything out. It was Resto, Chesto, and Mel and Stone but not alone. And they all had time to talk to Mel and to iron their shit out. It was very enlightening and it was a lot. Like it was like a 5-hour live or some shit. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was a lot. And I think I subscribed to his channel too, but I'll never get notifications for that. But yeah, Stone but not alone is he's still around. I think he got a lot of real life shit going on. But last I heard, he was still around. He was just dealing with personal life shit. I saw him on a panel and said that him and Mel had a thing. You know what? I don't know. I can't remember if that was clarified or not. If they had a thing or not. I mean, either way, I mean they're both attractive people. It wouldn't be far fetched to think so, right? And I wouldn't look down upon Mel's Pandora if she did, because Stone but not alone is not ugly. He is not ugly. I repeat, he is not ugly. Okay. But I always try to like be respectful and I never looked at him like that. I tried not to look. I was looking at him like that, but I tried not to look at him like that because I knew he was married at the time. If you catch my drift, at the time he was married. I don't know about now, but at the time. And I heard negative things about him personally, but I don't know him, so I kind of just never got to know him or never watched that much because I'm like, why am I gonna watch a cute dude that I can't fantasize about because I know he married? Ugh. And I would listen to him sing and then change the channel. I would enjoy the guitar part of it and then I'd move on. You need to go live more often. I know it. I know. I'm so inconsistent. But I be feeling like people don't want to hear me talk about shit cuz you know, I know I'll be deep in the dolly shit and I feel like people get sick of me talking about it sometimes. So I don't go live. I just let the shit play out and I don't say what I think right away cuz I don't want to hit y'all over the head with it. Like I don't want it to be like a Brittany J thing. I mean, I could take it that I could do that very well, but you know how Queen Bee and Clubnati, they review Brittany J all the time. I could do that for Dolly Vision and PJ Vision, but I feel like people would get tired of me doing it. And I feel like I would get tired of doing it. So I only come on here when I feel like it. But I appreciate it. And I'm gonna try to even if I don't have nothing to say about what they're doing, I'll try to come on here and just check in and just talk. You know what I'm saying? I'll try to be more. Are you saying you miss me, Halloween baby? I feel like you're saying you miss me, girl. Oh, I miss you too. That's so sweet. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck? What? Ew! What the fuck? Ew! What the fuck? What? Ew! What? That's weird. Yes. Please, 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 pretty please with sugar on top and sprinkles and caramel drizzle and chocolate drizzle and everything that I can't eat because I'm diabetic. Okay. Okay. Thing is, if if you don't know yourself and then you lie to yourself about yourself, you'll never be real in the world and you'll always live a lie. Why people be okay with that? I don't know. I'm older than more. I want truth. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I want truth too. I would rather have uncut, unfiltered truth, hard hitting truth. And it's the truth. Like when somebody tell you something you're not ready to hear, ooh, I know that feeling. Because it hits you in your gut and you be like, oh God, you be like, oh, I need to get my shit together. It hits you right in the gut. You know it's true. You want to spill some tea, girl? What kind of tea, girl? Girl, ooh, ooh, girl, what kind of tea is you spilling? You gonna have to pre-tell me the tea. All right, I think I know. I think what you know I'm gonna say. You gonna have to, girl. It better not be what I think it is, girl. Hey, Sammy. Every time I see Sammy, I want to think sinners, and I want to be like, I lied to you. I love the blues. Oh, Papa. I want to start singing like I'm in the movie Sinners. Just thought I'd share that with you, Sammy. Please let Megan up. She wants to spill the tea. Oh my God. Peer pressure. Ooh, teacups. Oh my God. Yes, it's been a while since I've seen him. Yes, on Josh's and G Mango's, who has passed away. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, he had a wife sitting in the background. Oh yeah, Stone But Not Alone. Yeah, sometimes she would sing with him too. She's a pretty girl too. But apparently they weren't happy, so that was unfortunate. I couldn't tell anything was wrong with their marriage or anything. His alcoholism is off the chain, in my opinion. That's what I saw. Oh yeah, was he drinking and smoking? I thought he was just smoking, but I guess he was drinking too a little bit. But see, I'm not a good judge of addictions because I have alcoholism myself. You know what I'm saying? Like I can binge drink too. Like I'm an alcoholic myself, and thank God, I haven't gotten to the point of being an alcoholic like I was before I was a mother. Thank God I haven't got to that point. And I hope I never see those days again. But yeah, I could see that. I could see how he could have a little problem. But you know what? Me as an addict, it's hard for me to see that in other people because in my mind, I'm just like, oh, he's not binge drinking. It's just a Friday night and he's having a few. He's letting loose, like giving excuses to the demon or whatever. But I can see that too. Well, do it weekly, maybe. Yeah, I need to do it every day. I need to go live every day. That's my goal anyway. Is to do daily lives. I want to be a regular on the YouTube streets cuz I feel like the more regular I'm on here, the more y'all will get to know my personality. And people won't have misconceptions of me or um think less of my intelligence like Miss Stiggy did. Okay. Always got the vibe they were dude. Who? Halloween baby? I think Halloween baby is a girl. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We're all curious. I mean shit. I'm curious. I'm curious to what you're curious about, Mary Jane Dell. Oh, I'm so behind in the chat. Oh my god, I'm here. I'm here. I'm at the end. I am so here. I'm here. Okay, let's see if I got any tea in my notifications. Catch up in the chat. Oh. Oh my god, don't yell at me. I was ranting. Oh my god. Halloween babies, girl, that's what I thought. She's getting there. I know. I like to take my time with you guys. Y'all are so used to these creators rushing it. Ain't nobody made love to you like this. You got to go slow. You got to enjoy it. Savor the moment with me. Okay? Don't rush all this. You don't rush over here. You take your time. Okay? Period. PCT, do you want to come up? I can drop the link for you. I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't know. I don't know if I want to drop the link. Should I drop the link? I don't know. I'm scared because I feel like PCT is gonna lay something on me and I'm gonna just pass out. Oof. Oh, you're always behind in the chat. I know, but we love that part. I'll be typing stuff just knowing you're gonna read it later. I'll be like, yeah, she's gonna read this later and crack up. I'll be like, you be on a rant too, and I just be like, wait till she see this. It'd be funny to me. I need to get my back cracked. There are some things about being in a relationship I do miss though, low key. Like I miss having a tall boyfriend that's like can crack my back. I know PJ don't know nothing about that because her boyfriend's short. But I remember like having a tall dude and they can just crack your back. Just like, ooh, babe, crack my back, you know. Maybe I'll get pocket size over here and he can walk on my back. He little. He probably could pop it good. He probably could jump on that motherfucker. He gonna get me. Do it if you dare. Girl, don't dare me. Don't dare me. Girl. I gotta copy it though, because I'm on my phone. I'm not even on the desktop because I'm lazy and I wanna sit in my bed and be under the blankets. She don't tempt me with a good time, PCT. Why she come up here and tell me about myself? Something crazy, you know? Why she get up here and be like, "Don't you say that about Stiggy? Stiggy is the greatest." You know, something crazy, and I have to mediate. Hey, but sometimes you gotta teach people how to treat you. You gotta check your friends sometimes. I should hang upside down. You know what I mean? That's what I should do. Get some of this swelling out of my ankles. I don't like it when my ankles swell. I know that's a thing about getting old. Like they're gonna swell a little bit based on your position or whatever. But I don't like it. It makes me feel fatter than I am. Can anyone relate? What's been going on the tube today? I haven't watched that. Only time I watched YouTube today was this morning when I was cooking them biscuits and gravy. I haven't watched anything. I think I saw some people were live. Like I saw Queen no, Queen wasn't live today, I don't think. Or was she? See, I don't even know. I know Dolly Ass was live. And he had the thumbnail, but I didn't watch that shit. So no, didn't. I clicked on it just to see, just to be nosy, like what he got on. Did he shave? Uh-oh. Get ready for the tea. Hold on. I need to get my banner. Hold on. Let me get my banner. Breaking Crama News. Welcome, PCT, aka Megan. What's your new name now? Megan Shenanigans. Woo!
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I had to type it in. They wouldn't let me come in as Brood Awakening.
Oh.
So, yeah, this is what I wanted to say. I've got some things that have been irritating me, and I probably just need to stop watching Dolly Vision's shows altogether.
I
But
try not to watch unless somebody tells me something happened, and then I go watch.
Yeah, I've been peeking because for one, I've been curious at the panels, right? The different people he has up there.
Yeah.
And, some of them are really nice and polite and calm, and some of them get all excited and over talk like I used to, or I was told I did, but then Team Rose said, "No, you weren't like that at all. In fact, you were the one that
Yeah, I
said
didn't
here."
think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't think you were like over talkative.
I didn't think I was either, but a lot of people thought I was. And so I'm noticing that in a few, and I won't say who. And
Right.
but you
I
know what?
noticed that a lot of times you were holding up the show because he was so high he couldn't put two words together. Because he was just smoking blunts and okay, Tina, and he would just throw the show over the.
Yeah,
But it was
yeah.
funny though because he would, commentate on what you would say too.
It was funny because I mean he caught me off guard. He'd be like, "Okay, take it, Tina," and I'm like, Okay."
Right, right.
Okay. But this is the thing, okay? Back to like the money and the grifting and all that. Like
Hmm.
I was practically I made this guy Bill a mod, and he wanted to be a mod, and he was really quite nice and keeps coming in. I don't know anything about him. I don't know his age. I think he's older, maybe in his 50s. Um but then the other day he was like, "Well, are you going to dance?" And I said, "Well, I already did that, and
Hmm.
because I my last live I showed I filmed my old live because it was an update. I don't know if you saw it on the boyfriend that left his girlfriend on top of the mountain. I,
No, I didn't see that one.
yeah, that happened 2 months ago, and he got charged with gross negligent homicide. Um, but
Oh.
but then we found out in court, an ex-girlfriend came in. This is all in Austria, right? Said that he did
Hmm.
the same thing to her. And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
God.
"Oh my god, I know." So they suspended his sentence of 920 euros and 16 months of something. So, because he's the guide and he knew how treacherous it would be, and he needed to go get help, but he turned his phone off and he put it in his pocket, and anyway, all this different stuff. So I just showed my dancing from the previous live, but then I found myself practically begging him to become a member. I
Oh.
mean,
Okay.
I never thought I would go there, and I was like, "Well, it's just $3.99 a month if you become a member."
Right.
And then he said he did. Well, then he said he did. So I danced to that one little song, "You Ain't Seen Nothing Yet," right? By
Uh-huh.
Spaz Cardigan. And I was
Mhm.
going to do the song you made for me,
Oh,
the
yeah.
unapologetic, but I'm not a Tina anymore. So,
Right. Oh, yeah.
yeah. So if you ever want to do a song for me, an
Okay.
outro with the word Megan in it, that would be better. But my point is this. My point is this. Like, I am kind of finding now that I'm monetized that
Hmm.
getting I'll just say it. I got 210 1 month. I have 144 coming, and I'm up to 30 some dollars. And where you make your money, and I'm not tooting my horn, this isn't thousands, I'm just being
Right.
transparent. Where
Right.
you make your money is the advertisements. Now, I didn't even want to click on that button. I was like, I don't think so. But that's where you can make some money. And even if it's like $3 a day or something, it's like boom, all of a sudden you've got 30 or $60 just from the ads. So um
Mm.
but I was listening to you, and I was like, I mean, to me, I don't think you swear that much, and fuck is apparently allowed, and I I think you can say bitch too and stuff like that, and you can say
Yeah.
murder. You can't say rape, and so it's
Right.
not. So I didn't do it right away either.
Right.
And I mean, I waited a good 2.5 years, and as I told you, my daughter was the one that said, "Mom, why don't you try it again?" Well, I couldn't copy paste for the life of me, and finally, this one time with the AdSense, I didn't have to. For some
Oh.
reason, I didn't have to, and it all happened. And then I had to wait for you have to wait for a little number to come literally in the darn mail. Like, it's so weird.
Oh.
Yeah, so I get this little number. It's my PIN number so that I can sign up for a payment plan. And so it doesn't happen overnight, but it all happens, within a couple of weeks. And it's
Right.
nice and everything. But what I wanted to say about Jimmy is this is what I don't like. Either be real and really grift, Okay.
Right.
Um, but don't say in one breath, oh no, if you don't have the money, I don't want your money. And then in your same live, before you end, say to these women that are watching, oh, if you can scrounge up any quarters in your couch. Okay, that I
Right.
didn't like that. I didn't, because that
Yeah.
makes him sound like, boy, he really does need it, and he really wants people to give their last dime if they're looking for damn change in their couch. Now, is he just being kind of funny? No, not the way he says it. He's being real. And,
Yeah.
especially before he takes his first trip. So, that bothered me. And I just I don't know. I miss the realism of who he
Yeah.
was. But this is
Yeah.
the thing, Sierra. We all evolve and we all kind of change. And I was never gonna have a channel.
Devolving. It's not even evolve. He's devolving, in my opinion, because the greed, and the keeping up with. Because I mean, think about it. I mean, he's got this girlfriend who comes from a affluent family, and she goes over. They go over and eat holiday dinners at her sister's. Her sister has what 35, 28 Christmas trees in her mansion, and he can see that he
Mm-hmm.
needs to add up to a certain standard. Dating her, living with her, being with her, he has to live up to a certain standard. And I feel like hustling and e-begging his audience and subscribers is the only way he knows how, instead of just being creative and honest and transparent.
Yeah, but what the feeling I think, well, what I'm getting, like I see you saying that, and there's probably
Hmm.
like a lot of truth to that. But then
Yeah.
again, what I'm seeing is the more money he gets, the more he wants. The more
Yeah.
trips he makes, the more he wants. The nice car he has. I mean, when he says he wants a Lamborghini, he really does. I don't
Yeah, he really does.
believe he's
Yeah.
he's completely satisfied with his newish Corvette, and that's all his business. It is his business. But what I've learned, and even my own little case with being monetized, is it is nice to have that extra 10 or 20
Mhm.
or whatever, but
Right.
then you have to have $100 threshold every month. And I'm finding myself literally saying on my lives, and I probably won't stop, if you
Right.
want to become a member, or buy a little super chat, it'll help me reach my threshold. And it's real, because if you don't make 100 in either little memberships or a super chat or whatever, right? or
Hmm.
or along with the advertisements, you don't get paid that month. Now,
Mm.
this isn't my job. It just
Right.
helps out to have that money, for litter and things like that. I mean, I bought 5 litters at 46
Right.
some dollar. No, 55, 11 a piece, uh 2.5 weeks ago, and I'm down to one box.
But you
So,
know what? When Inside Edition did that
mhm,
video with him in it,
mhm,
I think that hurt his ego and his spirit and his confidence
yes,
more than anything, because he couldn't believe.
absolutely.
I mean, think about it. He was in a band traveling all over the United States doing
Mhm,
music,
mhm,
having albums and selling and being on tour, right?
yeah,
And he never got notification or notoriety for that, to be on an Inside Edition. And the one time he has a snarky attitude with the neighbor, he's on Inside Edition. And he's thinking, I can imagine him thinking to himself, like, well, I wanted to be famous, but I didn't think this is how it was going to be. I think that hurt him. Oh, she dropped down. Did she hit the button?
No, I'm here. I'm down to 11 or 10% battery, and it knocked me out. But I'm back. Go ahead.
Oh, it knocked you out. Oh, darn.
Well, I can grab my plug-in thing, but you've got to go to sleep eventually too. You got to get
Yeah, I've
Zion
been to
up.
sleep earlier. I cooked breakfast, and then after I cooked breakfast, um, I ate too much biscuits and gravy, so my head was all spinning, and I was having a diabetic moment. And
Mm,
I slept. I drank a ton of water, and I was going back and forth, with the water. And
mm-hmm,
then I finally felt normal again when my numbers went down. So I
mm.
just fell asleep. I just fell asleep because when when you're diabetic and you're watching your numbers and stuff, like it makes your anxiety go up. It makes you feel like, oh God, is some sausage and gravy gonna take me out? You
I
know?
didn't know you were diabetic until this live,
Yeah.
and I don't get over here very much because I'm 3 hours earlier. But I was just
Yeah.
sitting here watching TV, and your notification came up, and I was like, and I hopped in 55 minutes after you had started, and I said hi and put little
Oh.
hearts in, and you
Oh, I
missed it.
was really behind then.
Yeah, well, you read the one right after mine and the one before, and for a split second I thought, is she not seeing me? But then I thought, well, you just missed me. But I went
Yeah,
back.
because you said you was like, "Can I come up?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." And then I
No, that
read
was
the next
way
one.
later on. That was like, because
Oh.
after the first 55 minutes, I had hopped in. You had been going for 55 minutes. And because I
Oh, I must
checked.
have didn't see it.
Yeah, yeah. And that's fine. It's not, but so when did you
I
find
didn't
out you were
notice until
diabetic?
everyone was like, "Megan's here, PCT, Tina," and I'm just like, "Oh my God, she is where?" And then I
I
went
know. I
looking for you.
finally, gosh darn, made it. Days are really more hard for me. Like tomorrow, the psychiatrist is calling, and it's later in the afternoon, and and so that's
Yeah.
happening, and stuff like that. But so did you find out this year you're diabetic, or was that last year?
Oh no, I've been diabetic ever since like 2016. Yeah.
Oh, wow,
Yeah, I used to be like 272 pounds or something. Like I lost a lot of weight. Yeah. And
wow.
I didn't know I was diabetic until I went to like a yearly check, and they were like, "Whoa, your sugar's like 200 and some. Like, what are you doing? What did you eat today or whatever?" And I was like, "Nothing. I just had a few sips of a soda." And they were like, "You're diabetic."
Wow.
And yeah, and they checked my blood and they checked my urine, and I was dumping sugars and glucose in my urine, so I had to get on the medication.
Wow.
And then
Wow.
later, after I got my numbers and my diet under control, and I started eating like a responsible adult instead of like like you always eat when you grow up, you eat whatever you want.
Yeah.
So, I started eating better and, taking my medicine regularly and
Mm.
being more active. And then
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like just recent, like 2023. Yeah, 2023, 2024. I went
Mm-hmm.
to the weight loss center. I went to like medical weight loss, like for people who want to do like bariatric surgery. They wanted to get the stomach snitched
Oh,
and
yeah.
to drop all the weight or whatever. And I never got the surgery, but I went through the classes and the weigh-ins and and then taking the weight loss shots, the diabetic weight loss shots. Not Ozempic,
Mm-hmm.
but I've been through a few different brands of those shots. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm diabetic for real. I'm like,
Wow.
and
I had
it
no
was in,
idea.
yeah,
Mhm.
it's been since I've been on the diabetic shots and the medication, it's been in remission for a while, but I still have to be careful. You know what I mean? Like, because I'll
Mm.
go good Monday through Friday, but I
Mhm.
wanted to make a big breakfast. Like every weekend, I make a big breakfast for like Zion mostly.
Yeah.
And I had like one sausage and gravy biscuit with some tater tots, and that made
Mhm.
my numbers crazy.
Mm.
I don't know
Yeah.
if it was like too salty or like the biscuit was too big and it was just too much carbs, but I felt nauseous and dizzy. And
Mm.
I, I was like, either my anxiety is up or my blood sugar is up. So,
Wow. My
yeah.
son's been on that keto since January
Yeah,
1st.
I
He's
heard you
still
say
doing.
that on the live.
Yeah, he's
And
lost 17 pounds.
I went to
17.
the store. Wow.
Mhm.
I went to the store and I got all keto bread.
Mm.
All keto, all keto bread, like for me and for Zion.
Mm.
And I thought, that'd be healthier, than regular hamburger buns or sandwich bread, right? I
Yeah.
haven't tried it. I haven't tried it yet, but yeah, I think today is the first day I've had biscuits, like regular bread. So,
Yeah, well, like for him, he's not supposed to have any kind of, I mean, he can't have corn, potato, a carrot, an apple because there's all sugar in that. So, and no bread even, no
oh
starches, but
wow.
he could have 10 pieces of bacon if he wanted to or a whole chicken. And he doesn't really like eggs. So he really stuck to all of that in January. And now what I'm doing is like he literally had some mashed potatoes and some gravy, but his portions are really small. So if
Oh
he
yeah.
has, yeah, so he eats like one meal, but in the evening it's more like some nuts and some vegetables and maybe a yogurt. And he's either maintaining now, or one day he got on the scale and boom, he had lost 2 more pounds. So
Wow.
we're not doing the like ice cream all the time because I really
Mhm.
like that too, but in the summer it'll be harder. But what I wanted
Yeah.
to say when I typed in your chat about that, I don't feel he respects his elders.
Mhm.
I really mean that, because that woman is what that he calls Karen in her 70s or 80s. And
Yeah.
in in one breath, he says, "Oh, I understand. She probably isn't used to having people around." He'll say that, but then right after that, he dogs her for like
Yeah.
10 minutes.
And I
Oh,
think that comes from
that
when
bothered
he
me.
was in Arizona. It was like he was kind of like scared to socialize or say anything positive about anyone else. I think that's in fear of PJ. So I think he had to call her a Karen and he had to kind of like brush her off like that because he didn't want to seem like too empathetic to another woman, I think.
Mm. Well, I got the feeling that he was genuinely pissed off that.
Yeah, he could have been genuinely pissed off too. Yeah.
Well, but and then again, I kind of understand it because she wasn't telling other people to move their car. But then when I found out his car was what right across from her driveway,
Yeah.
maybe he could have just found a different spot. I mean, you're supposed to respect your elders, and he's not really young anymore either.
Right.
And he's going to be an elder someday. And I don't know. That really bothered me. It
Well, you
bothers me.
know,
Hmm.
when he was when you go to another like state or someone else's hometown or city, you kind of got to be courteous. You can't just go there and be like, "Oh, I can park where I want." You kind of you're in someone's neighborhood, and a pretty nice neighborhood Nancy Guthrie lives in. So, I
Yeah.
think
Well, why are people? This is a thing too, and you just reminded me of it. Why
mhm,
does he have to keep saying? And it's more than throwing shade on Savannah Guthrie. Well,
mhm.
she didn't pay the full amount, the full ransom, so of course she's going to be dead. Like, I just
Yeah.
can't believe it. And he throws these digs in. This is what I mean. Like, if you have a genuine heart, you look at
Mhm.
the big picture of things, of what you
Yeah.
do and say. And even me being up here and saying these things about Jimmy, I
Right.
I'm not dissing Jimmy. I'm stating what I'm seeing and how he's changed. And
Right.
this isn't his mother. Okay, this is her mother. And she was extremely, according to all these pictures and stuff. And honestly, I've never even really liked all that fluff and giggling in the Today Show. Okay, I'm being
Right.
honest. I'm not into that stuff. The Good
Right.
Morning America, the GMA3, and the this and the that, and it's just
I would always fall asleep watching the Today Show when my grandma would
yeah,
have it on, and it'd be so like happy and wholesome. I would just fall asleep.
yeah. It's just too to me. It was too fluff and almost too fake sometimes, and people aren't going to like me for
Mhm.
saying that, but what's real is that she was extremely close to her mother, and to you know how do we know that she hasn't gotten proof of any, like, we don't know.
Right.
Everybody's constantly surmising, well, they don't have anything, this is going to be a cold case forever. Are you kidding me? That Nanos and the FBI. Okay, this is what I think is going to happen. I'm going to say it right here on your show. I think
Okay.
it's that Luke guy, just like everyone else, Luke
Mhm.
Brayley or whatever his name is. And because his eyes, his eyebrows, where his mustache was cut, his height, it fit all in there. He's right next
Huh.
door. He's really comfortable. Yeah, I think it's going to be that Luke guy. But
Wow, he's next door.
they're
I haven't
waiting.
heard anything about that guy.
Yeah, he's the one that was living with the 77-year-old mother, and they both
Oh.
got detained for a while. And Nano said it. He said they willingly gave up their DNA and let them search the house. And he said it the other day. He said he's not a suspect now. That's what he said. He's not a suspect now. He
Oh.
said, but and that's because they're waiting. They're waiting for more things to come back, forensics and things from the house. I mean, this is what Nano said. So they can't keep him locked up in some jail.
Right.
So I
Yeah. You
definitely
can't hold him
would.
past 72 hours or whatever it is.
Right. So for people, any YouTuber to say this is going to become a cold case and blah, 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 they don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
It's wrong. It's just wrong. And it makes me sick. And to imply that because she didn't pay 6 million and she has 40 million, that she somehow would be the root cause of her mother's death. That's sickening. That's
Yeah.
sickening. But
That's
now my
insensitive.
yeah, my battery's really low. I'll spill the tea another time. I'll let you go.
Okay.
I'm down to
You had
5%.
more tea? Oh my gosh.
Well,
Okay.
the only tea was this. I had my little flip phone and he was taking
Mhm.
a little shower and cleaning himself off. after
Yeah.
we were together, like, men
Mhm.
do. And I
Yeah.
plopped my ass down on the top of the toilet seat and I took out my flip phone and I said, "Should I take a picture?" And he's standing there, he's soaking wet, he's soaping his body parts, his hair's wet, and I'm literally 2 feet from Jimmy Williams taking a shower.
Right.
And he goes, he knew I wouldn't, and he knew I wasn't serious, but he goes, no, I don't think so. And he finished up really fast, put the towel around himself, accidentally left his swisher, tobacco
Yeah.
there,
Yeah. Rolled
and
his
and
blunt.
that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But I could have been. This is the thing. If I was some weird stalker or trying to ruin his life, like people, Jimmy was really nice to you. Why are you doing this to him? He's happy with PJ. No, that's not the point. I'm not doing anything. I've kept things in for 2.5 years. That's a long
Hmm.
time.
It
And
is.
I decided to come clean, honestly, because he pissed me off to the core. He did.
Right.
The
Yeah.
way he was treating the protesters in Minnesota. And
Yep.
I was just like, this, no, no, this is not going to fly with me. And the thing is, it wasn't planned. People were bugging me in chat again, and that's why people clipped it. I was like, okay, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I met the guy. Who cares?
Right.
Did I get up and go on flavas and talk about details? No. Did I talk about all the ways that he penetrated me? No. Okay.
Right.
I could have. I could have.
Yep. You could have.
And but that's not me. And
Right.
so that's my tea. It's that
Yeah.
I could have gone ahead and taken a picture and I didn't do it.
Yeah. You could have.
Nothing phases him. Nothing phases him. And
Mm-mm.
I want to thank him for not blasting my name or calling me a liar. He didn't do
Yeah.
that because I think he did care for me at one
What do
time.
you think about him saying my name?
Oh, that was
Like
bizarre. That was bizarre.
it.
That's a Freudian slash subliminal. No, not Freudian. It's a subliminal slip.
Oh my gosh, that was
That's
so
what that
crazy.
is. It's a subliminal slip. But I'll let you go. I'm down to
Okay.
4%. It was a lot of
Okay.
fun. I got a chance to come over. And yeah, I have people jumping, women in my DMs. Well, whether you met him or not, why are you doing this? Why aren't you
Mhm.
answering my questions? Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, it's
I
just
mean, I
PJ's
had to
stock
block.
account.
Yeah, I had to block the lady. I don't even block people, but it's like,
Yeah. It's PJ's stock account. That's what it is.
no, it's her name's Tina Glosk.
Oh.
Glosk. Yeah.
Huh.
And she's a regular supporter of PJ's and this and that, and if he's happy, then he's happy, but don't string women along. If I have any
Right.
advice for Jimmy, don't string them along. He asked
Right.
me to come back 2 weeks
Right.
later, and I was in shock. And I'm like, well, I don't have any money now, but someday. So it's whatever. I'm over him. I'm not attracted to him anymore. And I think it's
Yeah.
mostly because his sense of humor is sort of dying and his
Yeah.
patientness is running really, really thin. And like you said earlier, he seems to be he's sort of uptight. I mean, we all get
Yeah.
uptight and he's going through
Or
health
like
issues.
prudish, or I don't know. Yeah.
Well, I wish him the best with his health. This sleep apnea is no joke. I
Yeah.
filmed my ex, Parker's dad. It was so bad. And for 45 solid seconds, he wasn't breathing. And
Oh
I
my
had to
God.
show Joe on film. Yeah. And basically, what he's going to have to do is lose some weight because
Yeah.
what that means is because it happened with Joe, he's got extra fat on his body, and it's also it's in his throat. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
And organs. Yeah. It's around his. Yeah. Yeah,
So
his
even
around
if
his
it's 20
collarbone and
pounds,
clavicle and all that.
So he's going to have to eat even better than he does. And
Hmm.
taking pills isn't going to just cut sleep apnea. He has obstructed sleep apnea, and that's what my ex had. And
Yeah.
it's life
Yeah, I've
threatening.
heard Jimmy snore. I've heard him snore, and he never stopped breathing. Well, actually, no, he did. He would inhale a snore, and then it would take him a second to let it out.
Yeah, well, that's not too bad. My ex was literally 45 seconds.
Yeah,
And
that's a long
and
time.
yeah, he would breathe in and he would like it was like he was holding his breath, but he wasn't. And then there was this loud like that coming out. It was like,
Oh,
holy shit. But I filmed him to show him. It's called obstructed apnea, and you cannot mess around with that. But anyway, I wish him the best and everything, and I'll always care for him, and he'll always have a special place in my heart, just like he does yours.
yeah, of
We
course.
just we miss the old Jimmy and his
Yeah.
show in the beginning. But I love you, girl, and thanks for
Oh,
letting me come up.
sister.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay,
All
bye.
right, bye, Chet. See ya.
Aww, she's so cool. She just came through and dropped the tea on us. Oh my god. She said soap in his parts. Girl, I blacked out. I said, oh God, not his parts, Jesus Lord. Let's not talk about it. Oh, I fluttered in my brain a little bit. I said, oh God, his parts. I said, that was a lot of soap. Oh God, bubbles. Like, and she said she was gonna take a picture on the flip phone. Now, PCT, you know daggone well that thing would have took up the whole picture. You wouldn't have seen nothing but bubbles and a mushroom. You wouldn't have known who was in the shower. You would have had to back all the way up at the door so we could at least have some kind of identifying markers. Don't act like you can't take a picture right there at the toilet, right there at the shower. No, girl, you ain't gonna see nothing but bubbles. You have to back all the way up. She's so I love her. Oh my god. But I was gonna make a separate live for this point, but since we're here and we've already arrived, but I think in summary, what we're all saying, you know, even the thousands of subscribers, or was it 1K? He lost 1K subs. I think somebody said earlier, even to the 1K subs that he lost. This is not the Jimmy Jams Dolly Vision we are familiar with that you see before you today. Before he was a lot more laid back and he had a lot more fun with YouTube. I think now I'm not sure if Jimmy is having fun with YouTube anymore. I was thinking about that after he decided to go home, and I saw on his last live out in Arizona, and before he made his short live telling everybody he was bored and it was like watching paint dry and he was in the airport. Before that live, I was reading the comments because one of you lovely subscribers let me know that people in the comments were voicing their opinion, and I think that is very important. Even if I do something that you guys don't like, or that I'm wrong on, I'm gonna need y'all to get in them comments and be like, hey, Sierra, cut it. Like, this is not how we do things. I'm gonna need y'all to let me know too, because um a closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't speak up about something, it'll keep happening, right? So you got to let us as creators know how you feel. That's very important. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And if you're a part of the 10K that got blocked, just know your opinion is valued over here and taken into consideration. Now, I also want to ask a question. Is Jimmy still having fun with YouTube? Because it doesn't look like he's having fun. You know, it's looking like he doesn't enjoy explaining himself, and he doesn't enjoy his perspective. And, you know, if you're going to do this, you got to be able to explain yourself even at the airport or even in the comment section, or not just when you get home late night and you got some people on panel and you want to break it down like, my anxiety started to get to me and this, that, and the third. Like, you need to be more transparent and open with it in the moment it's happening. But that's my question, you know, for the comments. Is Jimmy still having fun with YouTube? Has he ran? I think YouTube was more fun with him when he was cosplaying as single. It seemed like he had more fun because he had like a dirty little secret in the back of his mind that nobody knew about, and all these women thought that Jimmy from 7-Eleven was going home sleeping alone next to Lolo, just like, girl, we ain't got nobody. It's just me and you. And little did we know, Mister over there on the bed too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think him keeping his private life private when he was with Missa felt like a dirty secret, and he could be sneaky, at his YouTube thing, and then real life is something different, and it kind of gave a interesting dynamic, right? But then if no one knows you have a girlfriend, and then you're getting this extracurricular tale all across the United States or whatever you want to go, then that you fucked that up too. I mean, you fucked it up either way. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you had just been faithful to Missa and not screwed half the country, allegedly, hypothetically, for entertainment purposes only, then you know maybe PJ wouldn't have a problem with, you being single on the internet and being more laid back and more sociable. But it's going to be hard to balance, and it's going to be interesting to see how he balances it. Because in Arizona, he definitely was holding back on being social and talking to people. And even when people would talk to him, he would kind of be standoffish. And it not necessarily media talking to him, like mainstream media. It'd be fellow YouTube creators talking to him, and he would be standoffish. So things to think about, things to look out for. Very interesting dynamics, but the question remains, is Jimmy still having fun? And the other question is, which one do y'all want? Y'all want the Sierra that's a nun and wholesome and cookie cutter and monetization ready? Or you ready for, the bad bitch on the other side? Because I'm definitely not a nun. I've never, have I been? Yeah, I've been to a Catholic church before. I used to sing choir and we had a Catholic church performance, but I've never like been to a Catholic church service. So if y'all want me to be a nun, I'm gonna be a rookie. I don't know how to do that. you know, can you cuss as a nun? Can nuns cuss? I don't even know. I mean, you're not friendly, people tend to not like you. Yeah, true that. True that. And the people will always speak their mind, you know what I'm saying? But be a trainee nun. A trainee. They train nuns? Wait a minute. Is it a thing for real? Do they train nuns? I don't know, but see, I don't like if I do the nun thing, right? Let's think about it. It would only have a certain shelf life because I would get tired of cosplaying like I'm in the movie Sister Act. You know, they're gonna be calling me Sierra Sister Mary Clarence. You know what I mean? Sierra Sister Mary Clarence Clark. Come here. You know, I don't know if I can hold that up. I don't know. Can okay if nuns when they take the vow of celibacy, does that count? Um, extracurricular tools like toys and fun gadgets and neck massagers. Does that does that count questionable neck massagers? God gonna get me. Let me get off this. God gonna get me. I just want to know. Like, I'm gonna go ask one of the nuns. There's a the Catholic Church is right down the road. I can go ask one of the nuns. Hey, can y'all do y'all use the vibrators when y'all say y'all take the vow of celibacy off the record? Can y'all? I mean, y'all got electricity. Y'all can plug stuff up, right? So can or does the motor gotta be quiet? You know what I mean? Just so the priest don't know or something. Like, let me know the loophole. So nuns, get in my email or my inbox and let me know what's the tea on that. Or is it just like manual? Is it because I ain't gonna make it? Okay, look, I love God and all, but sometimes you gotta flick the bean. Okay, the bean needs to be flicked. I can't live. That's sometimes I feel. Never mind. Well, let me not get too sacrilegious. Is it Sunday still? Oh no, it's Monday. Sometimes who said an orgasm wasn't close to God? You know what I mean? Like, I think in some cultures and sects and religions and secret societies, don't the Illuminati, don't they think the orgasm is close to God or something? I be studying, I be reading stuff. I know things. I know. Y'all think I don't know, but I be knowing. No batteries in the Priory, Sierra. Oh no, now they don't even have batteries. It's a UBS charger or it's a magnetic charge. Thank you very much, Martin. Hey, how you doing? It is not even batteries no more. You're behind. You need to go and see what is they got new stuff now, Martin. You don't even need batteries no more. I don't even have one that have batteries no more. That was back in the day. You behind. We up the game now. We got UVC cords and Bluetooth. We got trying that you can Bluetooth too. I can send my I can really drop a link up in this mother. Y'all want me to draw? I will drop a link. I'll drop this vibrator link and we all can get one. I'm nasty. I need to go to bed. I need to see this is too much. This is too much for the tube. When you're a full nun, then you can get batteries, but I'm done. Y'all is just silly as me. Orgasming. Nope. Yeah, thank you, Mary Jane. Though school them. School them. I'm still behind in chat. How do I do that? I just be scrolling every which way. You forget what year it is. The year of our Lord 2026. I heard the rose is nice though. Just saying. You know what? I heard that too. I heard as Raider Rich would say. Okay. Let's take a page out of Raider Rich for a second. I heard that rose will blow your hair back. Now I don't have a rose, but I do have a rabbit. And by God, that is the best invention in the world. I swear to God. Yeah, sometimes you gotta do it for yourself and you ain't got patience for anybody else to do it for you. I'm just saying. Thank you, Mary Jane Doe. Thank you. See, the rabbits are great. Thank you. I be talking like this. Sassy get this all the time. I don't know why y'all think this is so hilarious. She get this all the time. I be having her laughing. And I'll be like, girl, it's a good thing I ain't go live. Cause I would have told it all. See, all the unedited lives Sassy get. Hmm. And she be like, yeah, don't go live. Don't get canceled. Okay. See, I'm smart. I got people that, pull the leash when I need, reining in a little bit. Because if it was up to me, I'd go live every wild hair I got. But luckily, Sassy is asleep and she's not listening right now. So we can act up. We can be naughty. But what y'all getting into? Y'all going to bed? Y'all ready for me to go to bed? I'm not even sleepy yet. I haven't took my melatonin. I took my nails off, guys, and I'm so sad. I had my black pointy clickety clack nails ready to go, ready to clock and I took them off because I don't know, I felt like I was getting stuff down in my nails and I sometimes I feel like press on nails is unsanitary. And I was like, "Ooh, I gotta scrub my nails." So, I mean, I scrub them anyway in the shower with the old toothbrush and every time I wash my hands. So they probably were not even dirty. And I just got out the shower. But that's not the point. I needed to take them off and see under and examine and file. The whole time PCT was up, I was filing the glue off my nails. I was like, yes, because we need to get this cuticle oil on and we need to nourish them. They're dry, thirsty, plain, regular, but not for long. I'm gonna give it a few days. If that quiet as kept tomorrow, y'all might hear me on the live go, I'm putting my nails back on. Because I feel so naked without my nails. I feel like a piece of my personality. Like I can't even snatch the air like I want to. Like if somebody pissed me off, I can't even tell them about myself. Like, this is not. I can't do it. I got some Dollar Tree nails. Now, don't laugh at me, y'all. I got some press on Dollar Tree nails, and they come pre-glued. So we might try those tomorrow. And if I'm in a bad mood, just know the nails didn't work, and I feel some type of way about it. And then I don't know what other nails. I mean, of course, Sassy then gave me all the nails in the world, but I'm indecisive like a motherfucker. I don't know which vibe I want because I'm still in black. Like I'm still in my Amy Winehouse mode. Like I still got black toenail polish and I just bought some new black toenail polish and I bought two different black is black and very black eyeliner. Like, no, I'm Amy Winehouse. I'm going back to black. Like, maybe I'll just paint my nails black and just rock it out. And they just won't be long and I can't go clickety clack. I gotta have some kind of gothic aesthetic. Like, if my nails don't say it, then my outfit is all black. And I'll just be bare nailed it. I'll be naked nailed it. But if my outfit is not all black, then I'll have black nails. But maybe now I could take them French tips and paint the tips of them black. Ooh, And it could be like a cute feminine gothic moment. You know what I mean? But that's just my thoughts. That was nobody's business but mine. I just figured I'd share that with y'all just so I could process my next move. Sometimes you gotta talk it out, you know. I'm trying to learn putting on lashes. I can't put on fake lashes. Mm-mm. I can't do it. I even got magnetic lashes, but I don't feel like they look real. And then when they do look real, like I can get one really good, but then I can't get the other one good. And the other one looks fake, so I just give up. And then, Sassy gave me a whole bunch of beautiful lashes, but I'm scared of the whole lash glue, you know? I mean, I could get the magnetic glue. I'll probably do that, maybe like for Halloween or something. But every day, I can't do it. So I just been growing my lashes. Like literally every day, I will take my another old gel toothbrush. I know. It's clean. I got a lot of them. Don't worry about it. Thank you, Roanoke City. They don't know I got them, but I got them. You know. So don't worry about what I transported in my man purse. But I got another gel toothbrush that's like a plain white toothbrush. Plain. And you know, I use that to dip in just a little teeny bit of Vaseline. Just a itsy bitsy smidgen of Vaseline. And then I just wiggle it. And I literally like you brush your teeth, like you back and forth, back and forth. I brush my eyelashes back and forth, and they be growing. It stimulates the root. That's a little tip for the women that want to grow their eyelashes. Stay tuned. Beauty tips, ghetto beauty tips from Sierra. I cannot get a full lash to go on my eye the right way. The little ones, the piece may work better. Yeah, the clusters. Oh, I love those. I can freak those. I can sometimes I'll just put like 3 in a row, just like in the corner of the eye to make it look like cat eye, you know? Um I love a good cluster, but I don't never think about it when I go to like Dollar Tree or anywhere that has lashes and be like, "Oh, let me get a new set of clusters." Because I'm growing my own. Thank you. Credit to God. Good to know. I've been buying serums. Yeah, serums work too. Work really well, but expensive. Girl, Tamar, you better go on that Tamu and get you some serums. I had one that was like orange. Just go to the top ones. Like put your customer review to more than 4 stars or whatever, and then hit it, sort top sales. Boom. Lash serum in the or lash growth serum in the search. You'll see the top ones, and it's like a orange, golden orange type container type thing, and it's got a little fluffy ball in it that makes application easier, but sometimes it falls off. So just be prepared for that. Don't get it in your eye. And but whatever's in that serum, it be working. It grew my lashes a lot. Like I had no lashes. Like I said, I was experimenting with the clusters, and then I had put the clusters too close together. And I was up here looking like Kermit the Frog with no lashes. Y'all can go back to some of my shorts and see me with no lashes. And plus I got, what is it? Trickle telemania, whatever, where you pull out your eyelashes because if you don't have enough lashes and they grow back weird, or you have like an ingrown lash, you know what I'm saying? It gets all weird and it's fucked up and it stabs you in your eye. And then, it's a whole situation. But now I just brush my eyelashes instead of plucking them. I heard some say if you stop using the serum, that can make your lashes fall out. That might be true too. I'm not sure. But I didn't wait around to look. I had the Vaseline on deck for when the I was out of the serum. I wasn't gonna find out. Yes, my ex still would pull her lashes out. Yep. It's just because, like sometimes you get like a sore spot in your lash, like not like a sty or a clogged tear duct. It's just a lash growing funny or irritated or something. And it get a little sore or it's about to fall out. It'll get a little bit sore and annoying. And you'll go and try to look for that eyelash to pull it out, and then you end up doing too much. So instead of doing that, I just get that toothbrush and just rub it with the Vaseline on my lashes. So I'm not plucking, but I'm also getting rid of that feeling of the sore spot in my lash line. Uh-huh. There's a method to the madness. There really is. But until the next time I got a whole lot to say. 3 hours worth. Huh, y'all made it. Y'all survived the rant. You know, until I got something else to rant about or something to say or somebody leave a crazy ass comment, you know, I'll be back. Okay. Until the next time, you know what I always say. I holla. Bye.